Benedict just redeemed Striech.
Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. How's everyone doing? Everyone's had a fantastic weekend. Hopefully relaxing, enjoyable. Fingers crossed. Loki, good evening to you. Welcome, welcome. How you been doing? I feel like my microphone is off. Don't know why. Trying to figure that out. Zach, good morning. How did you sleep? That is a good question for you. I guess I could also ask how your weekend was, because, you know, it was the weekend for you. Hopefully it was enjoyable, restful, relaxing. Hopefully you got some good stuff accomplished. Dude, I woke up at 5 because my high school starts at freaking 6. Holy crap. That is very early. That is too early. That is way too early. Can't even focus at that early in the morning. That is just Ooh.
Cameron Reap 2 says, "You inspired me to write my own game in a language not designed for it."
Well, there we go. I'm just inspiring the best in people. What I'm here for. That's super awesome. What language are you using? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's start jumping into this. JK, welcome. Glad you're here. Yeah, I'll ask you the same question as well. How was your weekend? Hopefully it was fun, exciting, and all that fun stuff. So for anyone that was here on the last stream, or I guess this would be more for people who weren't here for the last stream. So last stream, we were working on some stuff for the Shovel Game Jam. That is ending in 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. Which ordinarily would be fine. You know, we got the game done on the last stream. Everything's good to go. You know, you can do run game, and it all does its thing, right? It starts, you can play it. It's got all the everything, and you can play. Problem: there were some bugs. And I don't want there to be bugs in a finished product, right? So basically the biggest one was every now and then when you're moving, you'll sometimes hit 2 items. which when you're trying to do puzzle-based, very precise movement kind of games, you don't want to have that kind of issue. So, yes, we don't want to have that. We do not. We don't want that. We don't want people to play, have there be movement issues, and have people be like, "What the crap? I should not have hit that monster. Like I was going past the monster. Like what is happening here?" So we need to fix that. We need to get that working. And yeah, that's kind of one of the bigger ones. The other one that I noticed, because I've been able to watch a couple people play the game now. The other big one that I noticed is when the game ended and you got a high score, a lot of people, I mean, there's no indication to do this, but a lot of people just saw the score screen and they were like, "Oh, that's cool. Like, cool." And then they would just like hit enter and then it would go to the main menu. But in the game, there are high scores. And if you get a high score, like a top 10, then you get to put your name. But there wasn't really an indicator to be like, "Hey, put your name in here." And so, yeah, so a lot of people were just skipping past that. And I was like, crap, I gotta put some kind of indicator that you can put your name there. So we're gonna be working on just a couple of the bugs, a couple of the weird quirks, hopefully adding a little bit more to it. And that is the plan. So that's what we're gonna do. That is what we're gonna do. New shell script. I have never even heard of that, Cameron. It's a table-oriented shell script. It's actually also inspired by your own wrestling sim too, Loki. It's an association football sim. Very nice. I like it. Yeah, that sounds like a good time. Loki said, "I've made games in Excel and saw someone made one in a freaking PDF." Zach says, "Good thing this is a high school so I can check in for a bit because phone rules are a little more lenient." That is much better. That is much better. Well, Zach, I appreciate you being here. And hopefully when you get to that point, the rest of your day will go absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, I did over the weekend have a little bit of time to work on the game, and I think that I got the movement bug kind of working. We'll see. I had to redesign how all the events were working with each other, and I think that I finally got it all figured out. So let me just pull this up here really quick. So previously, actually, I guess I could probably pull up the previous way that I was doing this, and you can see how absolutely horrible it was, and then hopefully we can see that version 1.1 is better, hopefully. So in 1.0, this is what the main level looked like. So each one of these little transparent blocks, if you can see those, they are what are called events. So in RPG Maker, everything runs on an event. So you can have map events. So each map can have an event in one of these tiles. Any of these can have an event in it, or you can create what's called a common event. And these common events are things that will just run anywhere if they're being called in some way, shape, or form. So they can be triggered by, they can be run in parallel, or they can kind of supersede the other processes of other events. And then you can have them be switched on by a switch. Or what you can also do is you can, within an event, you can call a common event and it'll just trigger it that one time. All good. So those are the ways you can trigger things in RPG Maker, for those who didn't know. So the way that I had these things working before is I had a map initialization plus player movement event. So basically it was, initialize the level. So, set the player's position, your graphic, your health, the X and the Y for your player, all that fun stuff. And then in here, this is where you were actually moving left and right. So this whole function here was just if you are pressing the left key, move everything to the left. If you're holding down the right key, to the right. So that's how that was working, right? But then it would kind of, because in my mind I was like, well, I don't want the player to be restricted by the rest of the map doing its thing. So I was like, the player movement, I want to be completely separate from everything else. So then at that point, it would then pass it off to another event. So it would turn up the player progress by 1, and then it would turn on a switch called spawn items. Then when spawn items was turned on, it would then come into this event and it would spawn the items. It would then change some picture easing right there. And then this is where it would move all the items down 1 block. And that was that. And then at that point, at the very end here, it would then turn on event on map 1. So map 1, event 3, common self switch C would set it to true. And what was that for? Well, it would then activate this event, which was the actual collecting of the items. So this would then trigger and be like, okay, where is the player, and you know, depending on where they're at, you would either collect your coins, your diamonds, your chests, you would, you know, get your health, your shields, your swords, all that fun stuff. And so each one of these was like their own, you know, if you're standing in this spot, this is what you do. These are the points you add, this is the sound you play, this is, you know, flash the screen, all that fun stuff. And then at the very end, it would just turn itself off, and that would be that. Now, all of that would run in roughly 1 frame-ish, 1 to 2 frames, so like super fast, like 60 times a second this thing's running. So like, it's not like that was going to be potentially an issue. What was an issue previously though, and I don't know if I may have saved over it. Yeah, so the old issue used to be when you would press a button here, I had a couple different like wait times, you know, I was like, hey, wait for, you know, 5 frames here or something like that. You know, wait for 5 here, wait for 5 there, just to like make the movement feel a little bit better, make it look like so the player was actually standing on top of the things before they got collected. And just after a while, it got to the point where I was adding a couple too many weights in here, there were a couple too many weights in here, and it got to the point that if you quickly pressed, you know, left, right, or if you pressed left a whole bunch of times really quickly, it would then start to get off of where the player was at versus where it was at in this whole event process, to the point where it would then be confused as to when it was actually triggering this. And I also discovered there were 2 different places that it was triggering this event. It was being triggered by the player's movement and by the item movement. And so yeah, all of it combined together to equal
Jonas Frog
not great stuff. Oh my goodness. Jonas, do you know what I just realized with that redemption you just made? Axel redeemed Stretch during the warm-up, or during the intro 5-minute countdown thing. So we're gonna do 2 stretches, everybody, and then we're gonna jump back into this. So here we go. Everybody ready to stretch? I know I am. And the other way. And backwards. But yes, Jonas, I am so sorry. Axel did redeem that before you. I think he was trying to click on random sound though, and he accidentally clicked stretch, so, you know. But anyway, here we go for another stretch. And the other way. Oh, and backwards. Ooh. Oh, man. Oh. Actually, those 2 stretches probably were very much so needed. I was in the car for like 3.5, 4 hours today, so stretching, very, very much so needed. So, Jonas, Axel, I appreciate that. Thank you for the stretches. Disgraceful. Very disgraceful. So disgraceful. Anyway, all that to say, it was not great, not good at all. So, basically what I did while I was out over the weekend, I consolidated all those different events and consolidated them into a singular event. So basically, the way this is going to work is, player presses their button to move left or right. From there, it then triggers to this page, which will then spawn the items. So now keep in mind, each one of these pages, so basically, unless you specifically say wait or X number of frames, it'll generally process an entire page in about 1 frame. So about 60 times per second it can process these frames. So from the time you press the left key, it will then process all of this, this is spawning the items. So this is picking random items here. So -4, so anything that's a negative integer is a monster, and anything that is a positive integer is going to be some kind of item or collectible or something like that. So it's picking all of those, and if it's 0, it's just nothing. It's a nothing burger. Yeah, so it chooses all of those, goes through, shows all of the pictures here, and then from here, it then moves everything down 1, and then at that point, it then takes into account where is the player standing and what are they collecting. And so there are 0 wait time, like it doesn't tell this whole script as wait at all. There's 0 times where it says, hey, wait for X number of frames. So what does that mean? That means that from the time you press left or right, it'll process this, and this screen. Wait. No, not even that one. So it'll process this, and this screen, and that'll all be processed in 2-3 frames, so like 2 to 3 60ths of a second. And yeah, and so by the time it gets to that point, unless you can press a button, like, I don't know, like a singular arrow key, unless you can press it upwards of, what would that be? Like 20 times per second, you're probably not going to run into an issue. Now, if someone comes along and tries to bot it and try to press the button more than 20 times per second, well, then you're just going to have your own problems anyway. So, you could even have a small buffer zone to not have any bugs. True. Well, and then, so I may need to add some kind of just tiny buffer where I have like 1, maybe 2 frames of wait time here at the very end when it is waiting to actually redeem the items. So redeem everything, maybe wait for like 1 or 2 frames, maybe, and then have it then jump back over here to the actual player again. When I was testing it, it felt okay. So let me pull this up really quick and we will just see how we're feeling. Whoop. So I also increased the player and the item movement speed. So before it was taking about 1/3 of a second to actually move, and now I've switched it to 1/6 of a second. So everything just feels a little bit more snappy, a little bit more fast, and in all the testing that I was doing, I didn't have any issues where I was double collecting or, taking damage when I shouldn't have been taking damage. So I think, unless of course I'm just an idiot and start jumping over things when I shouldn't. Anyway, so all that to say, I think the player movement has been fixed, so that should be a bug that we can now mark off the list and call it good, which is fantastic. So that opens up, whoops, I did not want to cut that. That opens up the next thing that we need to do, which is the high score screen. So let me pull this up. That is version 1.1. Yes. Let's close 1.0 so I'm not ever accidentally doing stuff with that. All right, so if we come in here, let's go to new game. So this is the part that I had started working on, but I never actually got the rest of the way done with it. So we're going to kind of pick up from here and you'll just kind of see what's going on here. So let me just get to the point where I can at least get a high score. So if we do, I think the lowest one is like 500 points or 1,000 points. Something like that. This should be more than enough. So let's just hit a bunch of monsters and spikes and call it good. So game over. There we go. So now, basically what I've added is there is now a little highlight bar to show where you got. And then I added like a little blinking animation so that you can start typing and you'll know that you can type stuff. So yeah, you can type stuff. I also made it so you can type way longer. Apparently you can type way longer than I'm anticipating. So we're gonna need to fix that. You should not be able to type that long. I think I allowed like 15 characters now, so we'll see. But it probably won't be needed. Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, we may need some kind of pause, some kind of break, but I don't know. We will see. Yes. So yes, we got a couple different things, and kind of the biggest reason why I didn't finish this while I was gone on my laptop is I didn't have Photoshop installed on my laptop, and the Wi-Fi at the hotel was abysmal, like really bad. So I was like, I'm not about to try and download Photoshop on this Wi-Fi. So let me pull some things up really quick. Actually, let me close that. I just realized. My apologies. All right, images, pictures. Let's see. So the high scores, window N. Yeah, so this one is just this guy right here. And so down here, it's kind of hard to see, but it says press enter right here. I think what we need to do is we need to have a secondary image that we show. High scores window. So we've got back. Okay, so we've got back and we've got press enter. Okay. So I think what we're going to want to do is when we're showing the high scores, we're going to want to say, let us pull this up. White text. Say something like enter your name. Set that to 16. That's the size for this, but I think I made this stuff down here slightly larger. But I don't know how I feel about it being slightly larger. I almost kind of want this to be smaller. Yeah, let's make it the same size. 4, 1, 4. That way it just like pops off the page just a little bit more. That's kind of what I want, so it actually pops off. Axel says, I was gonna play it, but since you're fixing it, I'm a wait. Then I'm a bug tested. I'm sleepy. No, you're good, Axel. You're good. Yeah, I was very happy that we did get it finished on Thursday. But I was also a little bit sad because it was done, but it wasn't perfect. And I didn't really want to like post about it until it was perfect. And so I'm like, well, I can't really make any posts about like, hey, go check out the new game. So I was a little sad about that. But okay, so window end 2. We'll call it window end 2. There we go. Okay, so then over here, man, I do not remember which one was 1.1 and which one was 1.0. I guess I could look at the events, but we'll just open up 1.0 or 1.1. There we go. I'm also sleepy, so Jonas says, does itch allow like a small DB to save to so we can all have the same high scores or no? Sorry, does itch allow like a small database to save to so we can all have the same high scores or no? I don't think so. I don't think so. It will save your high score on your itch account. I need to look into that though. I had kind of looked into it with the would you take the pill game, because I wanted to see if you could have some kind of like global, high score to see who, because I know that someone out there will eventually get 999 pills in that game, and it'll be kind of fun to see who gets it first anyway. I would think you would need a server for that. Yeah, and that's the thing is that like I could probably just host my own, but I don't know how. I would have to research on, because I know that it's possible, right? Like there's a lot of different things that I know are possible with RPG Maker because it just uses JavaScript. So it's like I could very easily tap into and like utilize some kind of database for things like that. But yeah, so it definitely is something that is possible. I just need to look into how to do it. And eventually I will get there. Yeah, most likely you could use something like on Godb. I don't know what that is. Yeah, something like that. It would be a lot of fun to have some kind of server where we could actually store a database of global high scores. It would be a lot of fun. But let's finish Tomb of Versilius first. Yeah, I think before I start going down that rabbit hole, I'm going to finish Tomb of Versilius, and then we'll start looking into storing high scores and things like that. Hugh12356 says, hello, welcome, glad you're here. Question, hopefully an answer for you. Hopefully. Unless it's a very difficult question, then maybe not. But we'll see. MongoDB is a database manager online. I think it's free. Oh. Well, I may be able to tap into that then. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay, so there's the game over screen, and then this is where it pushes all the names down. Score screen spot. Okay, so that's actually putting the spot for where your score is going to go. And this is going to show, that's the press enter one. This is the enter your name one. Okay. So we're going to have that show right there.
Thanks for the follow, Hugh12356.
Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see. I changed my profile picture to one of my favorite cartoon characters. Will you rate it? I'm assuming your profile picture here on Twitch. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's great. Yeah, no, he's fantastic. Fantastic stuff right here. Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, no, not Futurama. Not Futurama. That's some Family Guy right there. But yeah, very nice, love it. Freaking, why can I not think of his name? Herbert. Herbert the Pervert. Yeah, that's his name. I used to kind of be able to do his voice relatively well, and I feel like I would butcher it if I tried. So we're not even gonna try. Yeah, Herbert. Good old Herbert. yes, very nice. Absolutely love it. Fantastic. 10 out of 10. Would rate again. Okay, so when okay. So here's where we're gonna run into a potential issue. I mean, I guess we could just have a parallel process running. And I don't want to muddy the water a bit too much again, but I think we're going to have to, so we can switch. Because I wanted to switch what message is saying. As soon as you type a single character, you can go. Because right now I've made it so that you can't accidentally skip past the screen unless you have put one character. So hopefully we're moving that accidental and just being able to, you know. Noah, I'm glad you're... Thanks for showing up. See you later. It's a great opening line. It's the whistle that makes it impossible to recreate. That's true. I mean, I do have like a little bit of a gap in my tooth, and so like it kind of makes it a little bit easier for me. I don't. It's so. Nope, can't do it. Trying to think of something that he would say. Yeah, some popsicles over here. Some really good popsicles. That's the best I got. And it probably didn't really come through the microphone very well, so yeah, we're just gonna go with that. Anyway, all right, moving on. So, this is if menu option 20 is greater than or equal to 26. Herbert, no. I can't do it when I'm smiling though, which sucks because it's a hilarious voice, and so as soon as I start saying things or thinking about things that he would say, it just cracks me up, and yeah, it is not great because I can't get the whistle through if it's going like that. So we're gonna work on some games here, yeah. I don't know why you sounded Canadian there. We're gonna work on some games now, yeah. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna show the picture right here. I don't even know what's going on here anymore. I am very tired. It was a long weekend. It was a great weekend. It was a great weekend. Absolutely fantastic. But I'm very tired. Okay, all right, so here we go. So 26, so if menu options are greater than or equal to 26, we're gonna say parallel process. Now in this parallel process, we also need to have this same conditional branch. Now this conditional branch, let me break it down for you, and we're just gonna show you what's going on here. We're gonna say conditional branch, this is just an if statement. RPG Maker, they call them conditional branches. Yeah, this is just an if statement in JavaScript. So it's just gonna say if gameActors.actor based off of gameVariables.value 105, it's basically that is just the adjusting of where you are in the high scores. So then .name.length is not equal to 0. So if you are not equal 0, do this other thing. If you are, then do this other thing. Yes. I'm glad that came through, Jonas. I'm glad that came through. Kids, don't do it. I've seen things down there. Hold up. Let me sub on YouTube. Be right back. Oh, thank you, Hugh. I appreciate that. Thank you. JK, I'm glad that you liked that message.
Autumn_falls_
that message.
today
Me.
says, yo
Me
nerds.
talking. Yeah, yo nerds. Welcome, Autumn__. How's it going? Dropping in. I'm glad you could be. I was very sad when I saw your message saying that you wouldn't be able to. So glad that you did. I will say though, you did unfortunately just miss the Herbert impression. So, Rue nerd. Anyway, all right. Let's see. Okay, so if we press enter, crap. What was the condition again? Jonas. Whoop. Whoop whoop. Welcome. Oh my goodness.
Thank you Autumn_falls_ today for maintaining the Moonwood Alliance for 4 months.
Thank you. The Moonwood Alliance has been maintained. And thank you. I appreciate that, Autumn__. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And 4 months is crazy. Like, the fact that you haven't got burned out of my content in 4 months is absolutely crazy. So, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much so. Let's see here. Hey, how hard is a pirate RPG Maker? Asking for a friend. It's very difficult. Probably the hardest thing you could ever do. I don't know, it's pretty easy. I mean, my copy of RPG Maker 2000 may or may not have been completely legal. To be fair, though, I have made up for it by buying basically every single RPG Maker version since, and I have purchased RPG Maker 2000 since then. So, you know, it works out in the end. It works out in the end. But I'm sure you could find something somewhere. Lizard-like says hi. Well, welcome. Hello. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. How was your weekend? Hey. Took the words right out of my mouth. You sound familiar. I'm gonna take that as a good familiar? Maybe. It's only illegal if you get caught. Exactly. That is very true. It's only illegal if you do get caught. So don't get caught. You'll be fine. It's gonna be all right. Exactly. Yes. Well, yes. I don't know. I don't know, Lizard-like. I mean, Hugh. Sorry, your colors are the exact same, and I read Lizard-like right as I looked over at the screen again. I don't know, Hugh. I do not know. Would this be like someone else you've heard of? Like some other I don't know, content creator or something? So I can evade taxes. All I want is as long as I don't get caught. That's true. Yeah. As long as you don't get caught. I mean, once you start moving up the chain, it gets a little bit more dicey, a little bit scarier. Yeah, I forgot the name though. Well, must have been an absolutely fantastic guy. Must have been just incredible. Not because you forgot the name, but because I sound like this individual. So, I'll take it. I'll take it as a compliment. All right, so if you haven't typed, if the name is equal to, crap, no, we need to change that. Not if you're not equal. If you are equal to 0, which means you have 0 length, there is no name entered, then show this, which is saying type your name. And then over here, if you have, then it's going to change this image right here. And then we'll just add a, 2-frame wait time. You're not really going to notice it. So, do you play Xbox or COD? I have not played Xbox in a very long time, and it's been a few years since I've played COD as well. So, probably not the same guy. Yeah. Also, if it was someone that was making videos about Xbox or COD on Xbox, then it definitely was not me. I have only ever played COD offline with friends and my brothers. I'm horrible at it, and I would not be able to endure that kind of embarrassment. So I didn't hear you from COD or Xbox. Nope. You did not. At least probably not. Anytime I have played in lobbies, I don't usually talk. I do now, but back in the day when I used to play more often, I did not. It's making me mad that I forgot. That's fair. Hold up. All right. We'll wait. Okay, so when it pulls this up, we do want to show this first one like that. Yes. Okay, so now if we come in here, I'm gonna go find them. No worries. Yeah, if you do find them, let me know, because I would absolutely love to see who this very handsome sounding gentleman is. Okay, let's come in here. Let us see what this new high score screen looks like. So, I also kind of like how the player movement is quite a bit faster. It feels like you might be able to get through this thing. I am gonna die. I'm trying to test things out, and I'm just gonna freaking die. Okay, all right. Well, we have enough to get a high score, so we're good. Kablam. Kerblammo. All right, there we go. Okay, so then it just says enter your name. So then if I press a button, press enter. Yeah, and I think at that point, I don't think it's gonna matter. Like if you just type one letter, and it just says then press enter. Maybe if we change it to press enter to continue. What? Yeah, maybe we do press enter to continue. I think that's what we're gonna do. All right, one last change. Say Press enter to continue. Yeah, that should be all right. Hey, should be all right there. All right. I recognize these names. Heck, my first ad. No, Cameron, no ads. Blasted ads. But yes, we do have some very recognizable names in these high schools. Yeah, very recognizable. I don't know. I think they should be fine today. I don't know. Also, hi all, you new nerds. I'm Autumn, the resident goddess modest that hasn't been here the last few streams. That's true. You are not here, and it's sad. Very sad. How y'all doing? Hi. No strike through on Twitch. Oh, there is no strike through. Oh, that's sad. Oh, you were trying to strike through goddess, so the resident goddess. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm kind of just watching. No worries, Zach. No worries. Okay, so let's come over here and let's try this one more time. So the other thing is, I'm just like, the movement is feeling better. I'm like, I need to test it. Although let's be honest. What I need to do is I need to upload this version of it so that other people can test it, so that all you beautiful people can test it, and then see if there are any bugs you can find. Not that I'll really have time to fix it before it actually goes live, because this thing's going live in like 2 hours. Or closing anyway, so you can't make any adjustments. So at this point, it's just a matter of I just need to get this thing finished, uploaded, and called good. But for now, what we're going to do is... Oh, there was something else that I was thinking that I wanted to do to like make it slightly better. Now I'm trying to remember what it was. Yeah, there we go. We're just gonna do like a little bit of a... There we go, yeah. Press enter. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Press enter to continue. I think that feels better. Yeah, I think that feels better. Yep. Oh, dear. Cannot read property name of Noel. Oh, crap. Okay. That's a bit of a problem. That's a problem. The reason why it's saying that error, though, is because it's trying to... in these 2 frames that it was then waiting, it then tried to run this conditional branch again for a variable that didn't exist anymore. So... That's awkward. Okay. Game over. Top scoring. 26. Okay, I think what we need to do is let's turn off. Let's have this be self-switch A. Okay. That's for event number 5. Right? Event 5, yes. Event 5 and map. Okay, so then over here, somewhere it turns on thing. Close enough. We'll just do that. Over here. I think that should be fine, actually. That should be fine. Should be good. I'd be good. How's you, Autumn? Let's see. I don't know. I can't really set the volume too high since I'm at school. Oh, you're totally fine. You are totally fine. No worries at all. Yeah, even if you're just lurking, love to have you here. But if you've got to go, no worries. No worries. I call myself a super mod in one of the Discord servers I'm on. Yeah, I've been around family a lot. Speaking of which, I'm currently and am an hour forward, so I completely forgot about being here. Totally fine. You are totally fine. First, working on football sim. No worries, Cameron. No worries. When you start making some progress, getting some stuff done, absolutely want to see that project. The reason why I asked was because eventually I'd love to make a GUI version of my football sim. Wait. Reason you asked. Wait, what did you ask? Working on a football sim. Call myself. Wait, what did I miss? I feel like I missed
Thanks
something.
for the follow, lizardlike_.
Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that, Lizard Like. Thank you. But yeah, Cameron, what was it that you asked about eventually wanting to make the GUI version of your football sim? I must have missed that one, and I apologize. This. Loki, you are a genius. You're a genius. And I apologize that I did not put two and two together. So, thank you, Loki. Thank you. About pirating RPG Maker. Okay, that's fair. Well, I mean, if you would like, I believe RPG Maker MV and MZ both have like 30-day free trials. So you can download them, run them for 30 days. I don't think they really have much protection either. So you could use it for 30 days, uninstall it, reinstall it, and then you're good to go again. The only thing is if you're planning on like trying to release your game, you know, put it on itch, put it on Steam, whatever it is, if you're trying to distribute it publicly, you do have to have a purchased copy. So even if you were to like have the free version and you finished it within like 29 days before the last day of the end of your trial, you still couldn't actually release it anywhere. Yeah. So there is that. If you would like to not have to go through all that trouble of trying to find a free version, there is a free trial version that you could at least try. Yeah, but who got time for that? I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's a good point. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Next week I should finally be getting a PC as opposed to my laptop. Very nice. That'd be super exciting. Gonna be doing some more art and stuff on it and playing games. Well, I mean, if you're gonna have a PC, you gotta be playing some games. Gotta happen. Okay. So, yes, right here. So we're gonna do this. Let us set 15A to false. And then right before that, we're going to set 15A to true. Okay, that should keep it from ever bugging out. Again, I worry about adding new things this close to the deadline, just because if we do run into potential bugs that I'm not able to find later, and then I just don't know if I'll be able to fix them in time. We'll see what happens. All right, there we go. We've got plenty of points now. We should be able to get a high score. Let's get in here. Let's do some stuff. There we go. Game over. Hey, that's me. Enter your name. And if I do, I don't know, presented to continue. Fantastic. There we go. And if we do like John Smith. Okay, the no bug. Awesome. Do a new game. It should work. Everything works. Fantastic. Okay, so that is the name entering thing. I think that's going to be fine for now. Eventually, I do, and this is going to have to be after the jam, I do want to add some more stuff. I want to add like room progression so that you can, or like floor progression. But I want it to feel more than just like it just says, oh, you're on floor 2 now. Like I want it to be more than just, I made it to floor 2. I want to have some type of progression, right? And where you feel like you're actually making progress in the game. And we're going to have different game modes as well. I want to have like the time trial and things like that. But, what else can we change / add in the small amount of time that we've got? Because right now we are running the clock looking at hour and 45 minutes. Okay, all right. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. I'm perfectly comfortable with pirating. Fair enough. I feel like every Feb, they give away a version on Steam. True. It often does go on sale for very cheap, or there's usually some kind of version that does get given away for free. So just keep that in mind. You absolutely could find a free / cheap version eventually, one of these days. Let's see. Lizard Like says, I ended up adding a cutscene to my game like an hour ago, and it was completely broken in the web build until now. Yeah, that is the absolute worst thing in the world. When you're like working on things, adding stuff, and then it comes down to it, and you're like, crap, and you gotta like jump in and get it fixed. Yeah, not fun at all. Autumn says, all right, I was just staying for my streak bonus, but promise in future streams I'll be more active. No worries at all. I appreciate you jumping in here, saying hi, hanging out for a few minutes, and yeah, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening, and we will see you on the Tuesday stream. So Lizard Like, what game are you making now? Or what were you working on previously? What is your active project you were working on? Oh, that's what I was going to add. That is what I was going to add. So let's come over here to the typer event. Here we go. This is the typing. So we've got all this fun stuff here. So we got, let's see, backspace, space. Okay. So I need to adjust these here. We've got the digits. Jonah says, have you fixed the being able to walk / glitch forward bug? Let's see, which one was that? Was that the, there were a couple movement bugs. There were a couple of them. So I believe one of them was if you press left and right just fast enough, you could like go straight forward, which I believe that one has been fixed because I've doubled the speed at which the player moves. That one? Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I've doubled the speed at which the player moves, so you shouldn't be able to do that anymore. There is also with like the very slight delay, like you can still do things like that, but it's like you shouldn't be able to just like go straight forward. Crap! What do you mean cannot read property name of null? Oh. Okay, that is another bug. Jonas, thank you for helping me find that bug. I am very appreciative of that. Thank you. That bug popped up because it is then trying to do this whole thing when you're not technically, when you didn't get a high score. You didn't get a high score, so there is none of that thing. So we need to get that corrected. Let's come in here. We're going to say, top scoring, high score 1, high score 2, high score 3. Okay, so I think what we need to do actually is I need to cut this. We can't just have that in a singular place. We can. Okay, so what we can say is conditional branch. If the variable 105 is greater than 0, then turn on that switch. There we go. That way, if you don't get a high score, it's not going to turn on that self switch, and that way it won't ever try and activate it that at all. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see. Hugh's back. Wasn't able to find him. No worries at all. I'm tired, night man. No worries, Hugh. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Thank you for the follow. And yeah, hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic evening. And just so that you're aware, there will be another stream on Tuesday, same time, same place. So hopefully see you there. If not, take care, good luck, and I appreciate you coming by. Lizard Like says, making a puzzle game with a weird gimmick. It's for this jam. Oh! Well, there we go. Well, absolutely fantastic stuff. I am super excited to see what you make. I think that's probably one of like my favorite thing about game jams is being able to play other people's games and you can see what everybody else has made. I think it's an absolute blast. So, why did that happen? Is it not this then? Okay, so what if we also then say, so game actors, if all that stuff is blah-de-blah-de-blah, and if game variables dot value 105 is greater than 0. Checking 105, right? Yeah. The 105 is greater than 0. So. Wait, it shouldn't be throwing an error for that. Did I do something else? What else did I do that would have caused that issue? I didn't make any changes to this. Digit 1. Oh, okay. WMK Universe! Hello. Welcome back. Glad you're here. Been a while. It has been a while. Yeah. How you doing? It's 4 a.m. here. Holy crap, that is early. That is very early. Hopefully, you either got some rest or hopefully you'll be getting some rest soon. Fingers crossed. Got my fingers crossed for it. Jonas is debugging himself at the moment. It's fair. That is fair. Yeah, it's you gotta debug your games. You never know what's gonna pop up. Yeah, so Lizard, like, what engine are you using to make your puzzle game with, or language, or you know, whatever it may be. So over here, it's what would I have changed and or added that would be causing this bug? Don't know why it's not happy with the whole event thing. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so something's going on, and I think we cannot read property name of null. Is it because of the negative score? It might be the negative score that's freaking it out. But it shouldn't be. There should be none of that. So it should just be saying, yeah, it should just be saying, are you greater than that? Okay. And then basically, none of these should be a thing. And over here... Oh, I see now. I see the problem. I see the problem. Okay. So it is trying to do an if statement. It is basically just saying, hey, if variable 105 is, you know, yada, 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 not equal to 0. So if there is a name length to this variable named name, this variable character's name, then do this thing. But if you are not getting a score or a placement on the board, it is still trying to check that name. What we need to say is game actors.actor, so game variables 105.name.length is greater than or is not equal to 0. Or if game variables dot value 105 is equal to 0. I believe that should allow this one way or another. I think. I hope. Guess we'll see. I guess we will see. A Lizard like says Unity. Very nice. Yeah, Unity is one that I've spent a few hours in, learned it a little bit, and I need to do a little bit more in there because very powerful stuff. Very powerful. Lots of great tools in there. But yeah, I just one of these days I will get back into it and see if I can learn a little bit more. Still cannot read that property. Okay, so what if we just get rid of this conditional branch for now? Because this may not actually even be the issue. Yeah, so let's just take everything out of there. Let's just get that out of there. Is that the problem? Or is there something else triggering this error? Who knows? We will find out. We will find out. There we go. Come on. Ugh, okay, it's something else. Oh, crap. What else is it then? What else could it be? It's got to be something else down here. The very end? WMK Universe says, I will be getting some rest soon. I'm doing a lot of Photoshop to recognize and recolor some tile sets. Very nice. Going for a dystopian fantasy RPG locations based in a real-world city. That sounds super legit. I like it. Is it possible to open the dev console for your test? I can't remember if a certain plugin is required or not. Do some console logs. Probably. Unfortunately, so if it doesn't just like, if it's not just like showing up in the console, I'm not really sure what I'm going to be calling for to check and see. Yeah. I don't even know what might be going up. Maybe Wait a minute. It could be this. I think it might actually be this. Let's say conditional branch, if the variable 105 is greater than 0, then you can do these things. This is basically like the typing blinker animation. So that's like my last potential check to see. And then we can check the developer console, see if there's anything popping up. There's usually not a whole lot in there unless you make it like a specific call on like what it is you're trying to see. And again, I'm not great at knowing what I'm looking for. Jeez, why am I having... I'm pretty sure that I'm about to... Yeah, there's no way for me to not get too high of a score. Oh, maybe actually. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. Okay, so it was that. And the reason why that was happening was because, if you remember, there is a blinking animation to like indicate where you are supposed to be typing. So if I show you really quick, let's just get 2,000 points really quick. Should be pretty easy, I hope, before we die. Go, there's 2,000. Let's get a few extra. We'll lose some as we're going through here fighting. Yeah, so if you remember, on the end screen here, there's now like this little blinking thing to like be like, oh, this is where you can type. And so it was trying to do that blinking animation according to a variable that didn't exist.
Hey Moon Man, I did a thing. You'll find it really cool.
Axel, I would absolutely love to hear about this thing. I don't know why I said love. It's because I'm tired. That's why. But yes, so WMK Universe, you are 100% correct. You can open up the developer console. Whoa, that is freaking massive. Don't take that out of context. It's so if I unfull screen these, yeah. So we do have our developer console, and even if there's an error, it usually just like there's usually nothing to actually show what the problem is, because it will show me what the error is in like its actual deeper files. So if that makes any sense at all. So like basically it'll show me the error message based on, so if I come in here to like data, and if I were to pull up like I don't know, the where would it be? No, it wouldn't be data, it'd be JavaScript objects. There we go. So it would then tell me where in here the error was, you know, based on what it was trying to actually, what object it was trying to reference, and where the actual error was. And so that's about all that RPG Maker Error Console will give you, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So yeah, so if I knew specific things to call for to ask where the issue was, then I could find it. But yeah, our RPG Maker, when it comes to errors that you get in JavaScript, it's not great. It is not great at all, unfortunately. Jesse says, I hate it when my name length is 0 personally. That's fair. Fair, Jesse. Also, welcome, Jesse. Glad you're here. True, it won't really help. It would bring out an error from some RMMZ file. Yeah, exactly. And then, you know, sometimes, rarely, that is a useful thing. But sometimes, it's not. That's another thing I need to fix. We need to fix the typing. Because as you can see, so this is me typing my normal speed, and it's missing letters every now and then, which is not great. That is the last thing I want. We also need to fix that length. Make sure that you can't go over the length of the name. Here we go. So we're going to say, if the... that would do it. We don't want to say if GameActors.actor1's name length is less than or equal to 15. We want to say if GameActors.actor in game variables.value 105 .name.length less than 15. There we go. That will cap the length of it to whatever actor you're now trying to change and swap out and all that stuff. Oh my goodness, Jesse, you said hi earlier, but I think you were busy, but hi. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing great, Jesse. I'm doing absolutely fantastic. I apologize so much. I don't know how I did not see your message. Sorry about that. But yeah, glad you're here. Welcome. And how's everyone here in Gluetown? Great question. How is everyone on Gluetown going? I have to really focus on not saying gluten when I say Gluetown. Yeah, it's really good, but man, I do hate the loading times. That is the one thing about Unity that I will say that it was a very difficult adjustment when I was trying to use it from RPG Maker, because RPG Maker loads things almost instantly every single time. Because it's a 2D engine that just doesn't do a whole lot of things. And a lot of times it only loads an asset when you need it. Like when the game actually calls on the asset, that's when it loads it. And so yeah, so RPG Maker load times, they just don't exist, basically. The only time that they do exist is when you're trying to stream the content in a web browser. So specifically, for this game, if you're trying to play it in the browser, it will kind of give you some issues. There'll be like a half-second load time or something like that. But that's usually about it, so nothing too crazy. We're just gonna bounce back and forth until I die. There we go. Fantastic. Ooh, that's a lot of flashing lights. I apologize if anyone has any epilepsy issues. I apologize. There we go. Enter your name. We'll just be like, Jesse. James. Anybody get that reference? Let me know. Wait, crap! We were trying to test to see if the name length worked this time. Love the love the Skyrim NPC music. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, John. It's always a good time. I love it too.
Ooh, flashing light fjuath sid thsbrooch so argjuye.
What the? Thank you, Axel. Ooh, flashlight. That's what I got. Did I not get more than 2,400 points? That's kind of sad. I thought I got more than that. Oh no. Jamaican wood. Probably shouldn't say enter name if you didn't make high school. Loki, you are 100% correct. Yeah, I do need to fix that. Thank you for pointing that out. There's another bug that I had to make sure that we get fixed. Let's see, you just gotta wait. No! I hate waiting. My half is done. Your half. Sounds pretty exciting. I am very excited for it then. That's supposed to mimic a seizure. Oh, I apologize. Oh no, Axel, someone get this man some help. Oh dear. Wow, I had no idea there were going to be so many freaking issues. But anyway, so if we hit F8 and take a look at the console, yeah, not a whole lot to go off of. Also, unfortunately, it's just like, oh yeah, it's trying to read name of null.
It was Pikachu that was the one causing the flashing lights.
Sad, tragic, really. Poor Porygon. But let's see. Jonas got the reference. Good. I'm glad. Glue is magnificent today. How are you, Jesse? I'm glad that the glue is good today. That's what I tried to say the first time. Just got my new high score of wait, hold up. How much? What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 10 million? Jonas, that is crazy. 10 million's crazy. Holy crap. Congratulations. That is insane. Screenshot it or it didn't happen. I mean, no, I'm kidding. I got 120,000. Oh, okay. Still, 120,000. I mean, you have to consider the fact that it's the highest points that you can get are, I think 500. I think 500 is the most you can get. So that is pretty impressive. That is very impressive. Okay, I think this is also now having issues. It is. Jeez. All right. Why are there so many issues? So many issues up in here. All right. What do we got? What do we got here? So first things first, if you don't get a score, just like we pointed out, absolutely fantastic point, is we need to say some things. Score screen spot 2. Okay, so there's that. But that's just the score screen spot. Yes. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to do conditional branch. So if you are greater than 0, we're gonna say, we're gonna say show that picture, which says enter your name. If not, then we're just gonna show this image that then just says press enter to continue. Yeah. Now over here, okay, yep. There's another issue because basically it's trying to run a conditional branch. Oh, geez. That's okay. That's okay. So all we have to do now is just say conditional branch if the variable high score tier got is greater than 0. That means you got a high score. Then we will do that. If not, then we're just going to say just do that. Yeah, that should be good. All right, let's see if that fixes it. Let's see if it fixes it. Hopefully. Hopefully. Look good in general. That's what I try and go for. I try to look good in general. All right. Who knows? Who knows what's going on there? Well, that was the easiest death of my life here. There we go. Now it just says press enter to continue if you have no high score, and if we press enter, fantastic. No in Discord, sir. Oh, look in general. I thought you were telling me that I looked good in general. I'm still going to assume that you just meant that I look good in general, but I will also then go look in general. It's gonna be great. Yeah, what do we got? What do we got? Okay. General. Once again, thank you, YouTube, for recommending my own song. It just does what it can. Oh, I've missed so much. Oh, Cameron. Heck yeah, I got new to print out a table from JSON. Woo! Gosh, I've missed so much. All right, here we go. Jonas. Ooh. Smokes. Now hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 10 million. But yes, you do look magnificent in general. Wow. Thank you, Jonas. Thank you. Yeah, no, that is 10,021,849 points. Hold up now. I don't even have to look at the message below. I know a fake score when I see one, because you cannot have a 9 in the scores. You just can't have that. That doesn't happen. Not real, by the way. Don't be fooled. I'm a filthy cheater. I for a very split second, I was like, no, your number is correct. That's crazy. And then I hit the 9 and I'm like, there's no way to get 9. Because there's no way. Yeah, it only goes up in increments of 5 is the lowest. But Jonas, I appreciate the effort though. That is actually really good. I'm trying to look for any text that's like off slightly, and that all looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Not bad at all. I like it. Now with the new Discord's help, I almost have a working parser. Man, Cameron, that is not bad. That is not bad. I love it. It looks super clean too. I've always liked the look of just seeing things like this in code. I don't know, it's so satisfying looking at it. I love it. Very nice stuff. You look good too. Thank you, WMK. I appreciate that. Caught. Yeah, he has been caught. Cannot believe you, Jonas. Trying to get away with something like that? Not gonna happen. All right. Very nice. Love it. Great Photoshop. Let's see. That's new shell for you. Love it too. Oh, it looks fantastic. Absolutely love it. Okay. Wait, did we test it and it was working? If you don't get a high score, I think we did. But now I'm like nervous and I really want to check it, make sure. There we go. All right, game over. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. Yeah, because then it just says press enter to continue. Cool. Awesome possum. Okay, now what do we need to do? I won't say anything, Jonas, on YouTube. I won't say anything. Not a word. Whoop, just got a new high score. Send it in Discord again. Hey, what do we got? What do we got? That is so real looking. Jonas. That is just the most realistic looking of real I've ever seen. Crazy stuff. Beautiful. Much wow. Such real. All right, here we go. Here we go. Long live changing variables. Best. The best. Hold up. What do you mean changing variables? How are you changing the variables? I mean, you're just meaning like you're just like adjusting where they are, like visually, right? Or are you like actually opening up the variable editor? Because I hope that's not the case. I hope that is not the case. Yes, visually, of course. Okay. Whew. I was like, how the crap are you getting into the variable editor? Because RPG Maker has a built-in variable editor. You know, you can press F9 and it opens up the switch and variable editor. And I was like, if that is somehow possible to change, because like right here are the high scores, right? I mean, full screens. Right here are the high scores. Like, you can see them, and I can edit them. So if I come in here and I change this to 100,001, if I come over here to the high scores, it's 100,001. Or I can be like, it's now there, 100,100. Whoops, and now it's 100,100. So I was like, hold up. But okay, if it's just visually, I'm like, that had me scared for a second. That had me scared. WMK says, wait, is that built into MZ or is that a Visual Stella plugin? No, that is built in to MV and MZ. If you hit F9, it'll pull up this variable and switch editor. Normally, you'd be able to actually see the switch and variable names, but because I am making this game in a 640 by 480 resolution, it just cuts off all the names for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, it's super useful to have. If you ever need to turn on or adjust variables in any way, shape, or form, yeah, super very useful to have, to know. Another thing that you could do if you didn't want to deal with that is you can actually come in here and you can adjust variables specifically with JavaScript. So, like, let's say, for example, variable 87 is the number one high score. That is 100,100. So if I come over here to high scores, you can see that's 100,100 right there. But if we unfull screen this, and we come in here to the console, and we do game variables dot value, game variables dot set value, we're gonna say 87. Is that what it was? 87. Crap. Oh, that is running really slow now. Pretty sure it's 87. 87. Set that to equal. Oh my gosh, why is this running so slowly now? What is happening? It is running so slowly. Why is it running so slowly? Like, it runs fine here now. Okay. Game variables dot set value 87 equal 99999999999. And then if it would actually do a thing, because it's running so slowly, I don't know why. The high scores. There we go. 999999999. So that is also a very useful thing to know if you're doing stuff with RPG Maker. So, great stuff. Great stuff. Crazy. I know. Yeah, it's JavaScript is something that I avoided for so long because I thought it was just like this scary, unknown, crazy thing. And once I started getting a little bit of a handle on it, I was like, this is actually really useful. I do like this. I do like this. It's great. Let's see. I also put a picture below. Yes, that's how I edit them too. I sent it to your DMs. Oh, well. Got here. What do we got over here? Wait, so you're actually opening up? Are you just opening up the console? Is that actually working in test play? Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Or are you doing this in browser? Exactly. Okay. All right, that's fine. That's fine. I was very worried in the very beginning. I was like, wait, I was thinking it was way too easily accessible. But that makes a lot more sense. That is actually something I will have to consider if we ever try to make some kind of database for the high scores. It will have to read it from the database and not from the browser. We will have to do that. JavaScript is king, although now I moved into TypeScript. Still use JavaScript for MV and MZ stuff. Yeah, it is good stuff. I do like it. But yeah, TypeScript is also a great way to go. Just says, I just figured out how to use a sprite sheet using JavaScript and CSS. That is impressive. I like that. That's very impressive. Let's see, Brian Frankford. Welcome. How you doing? How's it going? It is going great. We're working on a last few little bugs and just kind of working out a little bit of some glitches to finally finish up this game we've submitted for this game jam. Unfortunately, it does have a couple bugs, and so it is submitted, which is something I absolutely wanted to make sure we got done last week because it is due in 1 hour. Oh my gosh, 1 hour and 12 minutes. All right, do you know what? There's no more time to get anything else really worked on. I just want to make sure I'm just going to play through it one more time. I just want to make sure that we're actually good to go. I want to test for any bugs, any weird things like that, and we're just going to see what happens. So let's just do a playthrough. You know, let's do a nice playthrough. Here we go. It's gonna be fantastic. I hope. It's gonna be great. Okay, I'm trying to do an actual run through. Let's see if we can just run through. I'm also trying to make sure that we don't have any of that weird movement bug where you know, you're like double collecting items, because that sucks. Right, there we go. Right. I feel like keeping a sword equipped is like one of the hardest things to do. Ooh, we're in heart heaven. I feel like I'm just always running out of swords. That is something, if you don't go through the tutorial, that is something you're gonna miss. But yeah, if the monsters are actually a good thing, as you know, in terms of points, as long as you have a sword equipped. If you don't have a sword equipped, then they just damage you and you lose points. If you've got a sword, they're actually really good to hit. Well, and health. Because if you don't have health, that's just a bad time. Because then you're just going to die. Like I'm about to do. I am 100% going to die. All right, but there we go. So we got 18,000. Go, fantastic. And we can just be like, my name is Jack Smith. There we go. Press enter to continue. Fantastic. Go, plunge to the dungeon. If we come over here, high scores. There we go. We got Jack Smith right there. Awesome. Okay, well, yeah, I think we should be good. We do save data, reset all high scores. I actually want to see make sure that works. So if we come over here now, high scores. Okay, so there's a bug. There should not be this little thing there, this vertical line. That should not be there. The reason why it's there, it's a very odd reason, but it's a reason nonetheless. There you are. Why? Probably what's gonna be best, actually. So if I come down here, this is its default name, is the vertical line, the bar. Let's just get rid of that. We're just gonna put that in the nickname. That should be probably the quickest and easiest way to get that reset and fixed. Come in here, high scores, everything's fine there. Options, save data, yes, reset it all. High scores, it's still gonna be there. But if we do this, actually, let's come in here. Gotta delete the old saves. Let's see, 101 saves. Delete those. We're not gonna have any of our save data anymore, but it should be all right. To do high scores, everything's fine there. Options, save data, reset the high scores, back, high scores, and it's gone. There we go. Fantastic. Let's see here. I also set my shields to like 100 to make myself invincible. Good way to go. I just queried all the variables and changed them accordingly. I love it, Jonas. Wait, so it actually does change the game variable. I'm on my way now. I am back now at my house. Hey, welcome back. Glad you're back. But yeah, so that is actually changing the variables. So, it's a good time. That's exactly how I got my 9 in the score. True. Did it in browser. Mathra, yo, welcome. Glad you're here. Sorry that it took me a few minutes to get over to you. Glitches get stitches. The glitches 100% get stitches. If I find them, they're gonna get those stitches. The high scores might be a bit impossible because everyone could cheat. Well, true, and that's why we'd probably have to actually have it be, so we wouldn't be having it show the local data. Because right now, the way that it's showing the high scores is it's just grabbing, it just has these local variables. And so basically what we would have to do is we would just have it have it not show the local variables, but it would have to, every time you open up the high scores menu, it would pull in that data from whatever database we have that's storing the high scores. Maybe, but again, like that's definitely something that I would have to actually research and look into because I am not great at figuring that kind of stuff out. I won't be able to publish my game for the Game Jam. It is nowhere near finished. No, unknown artist, no. That is really sad. I'm sorry. Can you not even, I mean, like, what if you even like, I don't know, could you even maybe just package what you got? Is it like super buggy or like, that's rough. That is rough. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's kind of the struggle with the shorter game jams is like, it just easily gets out of hand and out of control and it just gets to the point where you're like, you just have no way of getting it finished, but yeah, not anything. Like, is there like a vertical slice that you could try and get finished in the next 30 minutes or something like that? Because you can always edit your page once you get it submitted. So maybe, I don't know, maybe. Loki says, can you move through walls backwards, double jump, or double tap? I hope that I can't move through walls. Because if that's the case, we got a big problem. Okay, yeah, no, can't move through walls. That's good. Yeah, can't move through that way either. You can rush though. You can just kind of fun. Aside from all the crazy flashing, kind of fun. Game over. My name is Johann Jackery Smith. Hey, there we go. It actually limits the text now. Good, fantastic. Oh, let's see. Publishing anything is better than nothing. Yeah, that's true. If there is anything you could potentially publish and submit to the Game Jam, that would be fantastic. If not, though, like, I completely understand it. I mean, I know even for me, like, I was worried about finishing this and like saying that it was finished when I knew there was the movement bug, which is why we absolutely have to work on it tonight. I'm like, I can't sleep tonight knowing that there was a movement bug with it. So, show everyone too. I'm pretty proud of my work. Wait, see Discord? Oh, what's going on in Discord? What do we got? What do we got over here? Oh, that is not Discord. That is Discord. Here we go. Wait, which part? This one? This is what the code looks like. Ooh. I like it. That looks beautiful. Very nice. I should have looked at it when you tagged me. I apologize for that. Yeah, very nice. Very nicely done. Let's see. SRD says epic YouTube thumbnail. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was trying to do something to be eye-catching, so made me run straight to Twitch. I'll take that as a compliment. Hopefully. No, not during the game. Players could give themselves infinite shields and super high. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. That is true. People could give themselves infinite shields, infinite hearts, and could end up making the high scores. That's a great point. Yeah, I actually don't know how to get around that. I don't know how we would get around that. Well, I guess we'll never be able to have a competitive leaderboard with RPG Maker games run in browser, because people could just go in there and edit the variables themselves, and that would not be fun. Did the game break? I hope not. Wait, why would it be broken? Is it broken? Wait, what happened? Not buggy. The game is way too small, and you can only use the main mechanic once, which is selling lemons only to one customer. By the way, I posted some art on the Discord. Well, I mean, I don't think it's the end of the world. Because here's the thing. With a 10-day game jam, no one is expecting the game to be, like, completely finished. Like, this game is not finished. This game is, you can hit play, and you can go in and you can do the run, and if you get a good high score, then great, and if you don't, then you go back to the menu. And that is the loop of the game. That is all it is. Eventually, I do want to add more things like floors and, different, like an item shop and things like that. But, like, is the game finished? Absolutely not. And so, kind of like Jonas was saying before, submitting something is better than submitting nothing. And so, like, no one is expecting to have, like, this fully finished, polished, 100% perfect game. This is just a great way to be like, here's my concept, here's what I'm working on, here's what I've got in the works. And the great thing about the game jams is, like, people can see that vision. People can see, like, this is the direction you're wanting to go. And so, whether it's finished or not, having some kind of vertical slice, even just anything, is better than nothing. So, like, if you don't feel like you want to submit it, like, that is totally fine. Like, don't take this as being like you have to submit something just because you joined. You have to submit. Like, you absolutely don't. And you've worked on it and you've gotten to the point where it's at. And if you don't feel like it's ready to submit, like, that is totally fine. But here's a challenge that I will give to you, though. Don't let the end of the game jam be the end of the game development for this project. Keep working on it. Even if you can't eventually submit it to the game jam itself, you can still upload it to itch. You can still have it out there for people to see, people to play, people to enjoy. So yeah, don't think that just because the game jam, there's only an hour left, that it's over and that you can't do anything else with it. Like, even if you're like, no, I can't submit this to the game jam, give it another week, give it another 2 weeks, a month, however long you feel like it's going to take, to the point where you feel like, this is something that I'm proud of, this is something that I really enjoyed making, and then get it uploaded. Like, don't let this be the end of that project, because I absolutely want to see that thing finished. Let's see. Wait, oh, wait. Is that the one I already read? Yeah, is the Moon-Tendo game broken? I hope not. After a lot of back and forth, I finally got the battle forfeit function working. Very nice, Loki. Yeah, that's... Loki, the stuff you're working on just goes straight over my brain. Yeah, it just makes me say, what? Jonas says, credits to Devious Oatmeal, though. I thought he did the same I did. Oh, that's very possible. He very well may have. Then it's on to Fish Shell, Bash, then RPG Maker. Like it. I hate spelling. Spelling's the worst. It is absolutely the absolute worst. Noble, like, you can play for like 1 minute and then there's nothing to do. I'll post the files on the Discord, but not the game jam. I will continue working. I like how it is so far. Yeah, and again, like I was saying, if there's something that, even if it's just like a 1 minute vertical slice, fair, but if not, yeah, absolutely want to see that finished product. One of these days whenever you get there. Let's see, Bryant over on YouTube. Sorry that I have missed YouTube for a little bit. Let's see, gotta start small and scale up. Exactly, yeah. If you start large, the bigger you start, the higher the chances of things just falling apart and never getting actually completely finished. So yeah, starting small, very important to do. Let's see. Also, did you add an epilepsy warning at the start of the game? I didn't, but I did take that into account though. So if people have an issue with it, you can go into the options in the video settings and you can turn off screen flashes, item animations, the screen shake. So that way, if you come back in here, you should be able to do new game. It shouldn't shake the screen when it's doing the whole opening thing here. And then when you're in the tomb here, nothing is animated except for the spikes. The spikes do still have to be animated, but all like the animations for like the monsters and things like that are all off. So if people don't like the extra animations there, and then as you're collecting things, all those animations are also turned off. So whether you're taking hits, collecting items, things like that, all the screen flashes are off. So, yeah. I did take that into account because I was like, just in case people are not a fan of the flashes. And for me, I know that it's not as bad because I'm looking at a tiny 640 by 480 window, whereas you guys are seeing it more full screen up there. And so it is a bit more flashing for you guys. So, yeah. Kind of fun to just rush through sometimes. Anyway. Yeah. 7-day game jams are so fun. Like, it really focuses you on to prioritize and get something out. Yeah, it really does. It's which is why I was like wanting to do something like this, because usually when it comes to projects for me, I go way too crazy and then I just lose all track of focus. But with something like this, I was like, I've only got a few days that I actually have to focus on it. So I'm like, let's focus. Let's make something very short, very small, something that can just be looped. And yeah, and honestly, like, I didn't even think about this idea until like a couple days into the jam, and I was like, should I even try to make it? But I'm glad that I did. So yeah, it's much better to work on something and have it get, you know, most of the way there and just like call it good than to just be like, I wouldn't have time. Just saying. But anyway, let's see. Lies, make the biggest game possible. No, don't make a big game. Don't do it. Start small. Discord just told me their mascot originally had no friends. That's an inspiring message from them. It's great. Awesome, Randev. Love the crash. Go big or go home. Everyone technically starts with 0 friends. That's fair. It's fair. Not even my parents were my friend. They were just like, meh. Or do you mean on Discord in general? I'm not sure if you mean life or Discord. Either way. One day I want to enter a game jam with the game engine I'm developing. That would be super cool. But now he does. He had 2. Has 2 friends. A whole whopping 2 friends. Okay, everybody, we've got to get this exported and we've got to get this all bundled up and all that fun stuff. So, not Steam management. We want to deploy. We're going to deploy this as a web browser. We're, I'm not going to, sure, we'll encrypt the audio and the images, sure. All right, let's export this. Fantastic. There we go. Where did that go? Where did I deploy that to? That went to, users, me, downloads, pitted. Yes, that's the one. Oh, crap. I forgot to delete the save files. We need to get rid of those. All right, so let's go to downloads, pitted. Let's delete that. And now we do deployment, web browser, encrypt the files. Yes. Not that encrypting it does anything. There's so many free decryptors out there that it's like, why even bother? Why bother? All right, so let's 7-zip this thing. Press 2, zip file. We're gonna call this one plunge into the dungeon. Yeah. Go. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. Hey. Love the icons on Owners. You can work on Tomb of Vercilius after this. I'm hopeful. We'll see. I am we're gonna see. I'm trying to remember what we were even working on previously. We'll see. I'm feeling very out of it for some reason. It was a very long car ride today, so yeah, a little out of it today. We'll definitely see what happens. We'll definitely see. But for now, let's get this thing zipped up. Should only take a few more minutes, and we should be good to go. So let's come over here to this. Let's go over here to that. Okay, and let's let us come into here. Gotta swap some of this stuff out. We gotta swap out the file. This is going to be, so that's plunge into the dungeon 1.0. It's gonna be plunge into the dungeon 1.1. Yep. And let's upload a file, and let's come over here to downloads, pitted, plunge to the dungeon 1.1. Go. Move you up. This is going to be... That can't be played in the browser. This file's played in the browser. There we go. More... Nope. I want to change you... Hide this file to prevent it from being downloaded. Yeah, we'll keep version 1.0 for some reason. I don't know. We probably don't even need to keep 1.0, but we'll keep it anyway. We will keep it anyway. Yeah, no more ads. How does publishing a game in RPG Maker work? Well, it's actually extremely easy, as long as you are either doing an executable or to be played in a browser. So essentially, all you need to do, so in RPG Maker, you go to File, you go to Deployment, and then you can choose. You've got Windows, Mac OS, Linux, Android, and web browser. As long as you're doing either Windows or web browsers, very easy stuff. Like if you do Windows, literally all you do is you just hit OK. And it exports, and then you can just have an executable file that you can just distribute anywhere, and you can have people play it, and it's fantastic. For web browsers, it's basically the exact same thing. You know, you'd select web browser. If you want to encrypt your files, you can, and you'll do OK. It'll then export it. And then basically what you would do after that is you would then come over to, let's pull this up real quick. You then come over here. And so it'll export this file here. So it's got everything, you know, it's got all of your JavaScript, it's got all of your icon, oh, I should actually create an icon. That's just, that's fine. It's whatever. And anyway, so it's got all the things in here. It's fantastic, fantastic stuff. And then all you would do to be able to upload it to, like, say, for example, to itch, you just need a zip file of this whole file, this whole directory. So you would just right click, do compress to, and you can do zip, 7-zip or something like that. And yeah, and then once you have your zip file, then you would just come over here into your web browser, and you would do exactly what I did. You just do upload files, and then you would choose the file you want to upload, and there you go. You just mark it as being played in a browser, and then all I have to do is just hit save, and I can view the page, and then as soon as it's done loading for the first time, can take a little bit, and then there we go. Now we've got version 1.1 running. And yeah, just do run the game. You're good to go. It's in there. Whoop. I do have to click in here. And yeah. Although it seems to be running the old version. That's not good. What's going on there? What's going on now? Oh, actually, it may have loaded from a save file. Crap. I feel like we're gonna have this issue. So basically, so it saves the save game in the browser's cache, I believe. If I do run game, I think it's still technically going to actually play the updated version. It's just the high scores that are going to be not updated. Yeah, so everything should be faster still. That was fast. Yeah, so present. Okay, so it is running the updated version. It's just pulling in. It saved the game And so it's pulling in everything from like the old save on the newer version. Yeah. But everything should be fine. Everything should be working, so it should all be fantastic. Control-Shift-R. So doing a hard page reset doesn't actually refresh it just because it's being saved in the browser's cache. So if I were to then come back in here and do run game, even after doing Control-Shift-R, and then if I come down here to high scores, it's still showing like the older high scores. So what we can do, so I believe you just need to, and with every browser it's different. I can never remember. Edge, clear, cache. I mean, yeah, it's just in settings. So I think in Chrome they've got like a hotkey to do this, but I also want to do, let's see, clear cache on specific site. I don't want to clear all of my cache. Use the clear browsing data option in the browser settings or utilize the developer tools. Maybe. Cookies and site data. Got all your stuff here. I cannot remember. Anyway, but it's not like it doesn't matter. Like it's not going to be an issue. Because the thing is, like, it's actually pulling in the updated stuff. So like if there were an actual bug with the game, I would have to tell anyone who has previously played it to clear their cache and cookies. But that's just to get the updated high scores. Like that's literally all it is. Because I can come in here and I can still play the game. It is still the updated version of the game. So, yeah, really not an issue at all. It's just a matter of, that's just how itch saves files. It saves them in your browser. So, yeah. I do kind of wish that it would save them somewhere online. So that way you could like play a game on one device and then be able to go play on a different device if you're signed in, but it does not, unfortunately. It does not. Yeah, rushing through. Rush the dungeon. Oh. Anyway. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, I'm on there. I'm in a game. That's true, unknown artist. You are in a game. Right there. Fantastic stuff. He dead. I am dead. I'm goner. I'm a goner. But now we have space for indie. Yeah. There we go. And then if I were to hard refresh the page, Control-Shift-R, and do run game, do high scores, there we go. All of it's there. All of it's fantastic. But yeah, if it would kind of suck if you were to hard refresh the page and it erased the save data. That would not be fun. That would not be fun at all. In a Chromium-based browser, it should be behind the browser. See, that's what I was thinking too, is there was somewhere back here that you could clear the cache. And like you've got the information here. To manage your cookie and site data, you can open settings. Yeah. Site data. Okay, yeah, so we got that stuff. Temporarily. Yeah. I'm not that worried. Again, like it's not game breaking, so like it should be fine. Should be all right. Anyway, yes, we should now have version 1.1 up and going. So let's write a really quick devlog. Bug fixes. This is going to be a general update or announcement. Let's see. Yeah, so this is just going to be there were a handful of bugs and quirks that were noticed after going live, so I have since fixed those. Let's see, the biggest bug was player movement. Sometimes when moving, the player would trigger multiple items at once, meaning you either got double the loot or got hurt by a monster you shouldn't have. Not fun. That has been fixed. Won't hit two things at once. And the movement is now faster, so it feels more snappy. Yeah. I posted some art in Discord. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go check that out. Clicking on the entries in the cookie browser should allow you to delete. Oh! Well, I may have to just go look for all the itch ones then. Also, be entertaining with your changelog. I try to be. Be like Sky. Oh, do they have some pretty good dev logs when it comes time to posting the updates? Let's see. Next, there were some issues when entering your name for the iScores. So I fixed those two. Yeah. If there are any issues with the new version, you can always try clearing your cache and cookies to wipe the saved data. And if that doesn't work, let me know so I can fix those pesky bugs. Yeah. Okay. Publish date was today. Cover image? Enable comments? Sure. Visibility? Public. Save. Fantastic. Into the dungeon. All right, there we go. Cool. We're going to work on 2 more facilities after this. We're gonna see. I'm gonna take a look and see where we were at, because I can't remember if we had like some smaller things to work on. I mean, we are now 2 hours into the stream. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if I would even be able to focus on it. Because that's gonna be the biggest thing, is if I can't even focus on it, then it's like, well. So we'll see. But yeah, that is the hope. I'm very tired though. So we're gonna see if I can even focus on it. But yeah, all right, cool. So awesome. And look at that. We did it with 41 minutes to spare. Not too bad. 41 minutes and 30 seconds. Whew. That is cutting it real close. I mean, it was like submitted at least. So I mean, like, you know. But still. Super sorry, I accidentally clicked on the, let's see. Wait, super sorry, I accidentally clicked the tab. What did you say about Tomb of Resilience? You're good. I was just saying that the hope is to, yes, work on a bit of Tomb of Resilience. I will see if my mental capacity is going to allow me to. I would not describe a no clip like this. Wait. Close the interdimensional vortex that was apparently hidden in the seats of the fireworks show. That cause players to clip into the ground, float, or send them underground when they stood up. That is one way to describe no clip. That is a great way to describe it, actually. Yeah, fantastic. All right, cool. That makes me really nervous to see submit your project. Okay, well, it's not being listed. Limited animating rate, and would you take the pill? So I think, pretty sure, that should mean that it's submitted, right? I hope. I really hope. All right, what do we got on Discord? Let's see, New Shell, Moon Games. Moon Games, another example. Well, While someone planning a party, the Rock noticed signs of festivity everywhere in the little village where they like to hang out. Balloons, fireworks, birthday songs, and kids running around everywhere, talking about something called a cinema, where they could watch pictures move and tell stories. Rock wondered how pictures could move, but was really curious about what stories would be told there. Maybe someone would tell birthday stories, perhaps even stories about other rocks. That is a great way to do devlog updates. I do really like that. The example I gave from the last patch is so goofy. That is super goofy. I love it. It's Teacher Eduardo. Is Teacher Eduardo here? Ooh, that's a great point. Eduardo. Eduardo. Calling Eduardo. Your party would like to meet you on aisle 5. Eduardo, your party is on aisle 5. This guy's celebrating its 6th anniversary with a new cinema. Oh, okay. That definitely helps with the context. That helps a ton for what they're talking about. All right. Itch. What do we got over here? Itch. Art is what I'm looking at here. OCs I made for Art Fight. Ooh, love them. Before and after for a dystopian fantasy game I'm working on. Ooh. Ooh. I like those before and afters. That looks super good. Very nice, WMK. What? Oh my goodness.
Welcome BlazeBits and your 31 amazing audience members.
Welcome. Hello. Glad you're here. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that, BlazeBits. Yeah. Crazy stuff. Crazy times. Crazy times. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Nico. Glad you're here. Welcome. Welcome. Did I hear Art Fight? Gimme. Yes. There was Art Fight. There was Art Fight. But yeah, BlazeBits. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Glad you're here. Hack the planet. I'll allow it. I'll allow the planet to be hacked. Well, yes, welcome. You showed up just in time. We just got our project submitted for the inbound shovel game jam. So yeah, it's good times. Good times. Self-promotion, okay here. Sure. Yeah, why not? But yeah, BlazeBits, welcome. Glad you're here. Thank you for the raid. How did your stream go? What were you up to over there? Nice, man. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I guess since everybody's here, we could take a quick peek, quick gander at what the at the game, at the project. Just, in case anyone would like to also play it, let's just throw this in here real quick. There we go. If anyone is interested, it is now live over on Itch. So let me just pull this up here real quick. Yeah. If I do that, oh, that's what I thought. Crap. All right, we're not going to play it on Itch, actually. We're just going to pull up the local project so you can see it in full screen. That'll be a lot easier. All right, let's get this thing cranked up. Yeah, there we go. But yeah. So Plunge into the Dungeon. It is just a very, very basic game that I made for the inbound shovel game jam. So yeah, it's I think the game jam was only about 10 days total. So yeah, we're now down to the wire. There's 36 minutes left. So basically over. Yeah. Jonas says, hello, peoples. Nice man. Hey, man, seriously, you gonna allow? Absolutely, I will. If anyone wants to promote anything, just feel free to talk about it. BlazeBits says, been building an AI hacking bot on stream to play CTFs. Currently banging my head trying to get a web browser for it. To get a web browser for it to you. No worries. Yeah, it's I know that feeling. To use. Okay, yeah. For it to use. I think that's probably what you meant. But yeah, that's I know the feeling of banging your head against the desk trying to get that kind of stuff figured out, but I believe in you. Let's see, add Moon Games. Guess what? What is... I'm terrible at guessing, so you're just gonna have to tell me. Attack me on Art Fight. Grape Art. Insta is the same name. Alright, so here we go. So this is the very basic idea of the game. So it's called Plunge into the Dungeon. You come in here into the dungeon, and the whole premise of the inbound shovel game jam, the theme, actually, not the premise. The theme is just get started. So the idea is you are in a randomly generated dungeon thing, and the only way that the game actually progresses is if you press left or right. So as you move, the level kind of like moves down toward you. So to actually play, you just have to, get started. And anyway, yeah. So basic idea is you are just trying to get points. Think very classic arcade style kind of game. Had to keep it kind of simple. Only had a few days out of those 10 days to actually work on it. So basic idea is you just are collecting points, fighting monsters. So anything red will hurt you, and the monsters themselves you can fight if you have swords. Since I don't have a sword, it's just going to do damage. And and the spikes, you just can time them. I don't know. Hearts give you hearts, so you don't die as quickly. The shields give you shields, so the monsters will hit the shields first. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, it's just supposed to be just a fun, simple arcade style kind of game where you're just going as quickly as you possibly can. And yeah, eventually I will want to add more. I am planning on adding different floors, achievements, maybe things like that. So. But yeah, yes, and so kind of the idea, so just like BlazeBit said, yeah, the puzzle aspect, yeah, so there's two different play styles you could go for. You can just rush through, try to, get as far as you can, as quickly as you can. There's also the puzzle of just like, where are the items coming from? What are you wanting to aim for? And at that point, you can be like, okay, kind of plan out your path, make sure you're not going to be hitting any of the monsters, or as few as possible, and yeah, and then just try to get as quick at it as possible. So that is the general premise. Very simple, but hopefully it'll be kind of fun and a little addicting. Fingers crossed. And woo, there we go. We did it. We won. Kind of. We got middle place. So there we go. We got ourselves a nice Blaze Bits. There you go. You are forever in a high score screen. Well, until someone else gets better, or until I get a better high score, or until it's open in a different browser. This is not pulling from any kind of database or anything like that. It is just a local high score screen. I don't know how to do things like tapping into databases for storing high scores, so maybe one of these days I'll learn. But for now, it's just local high scores. Anyway, yes, that's what we got. That's what we got going on here. So, if it seems fun or exciting, make sure to drop a like. But if not, that is totally fine. But that is the small project we were working on today, trying to get that all finished up and good to go. But usually we're working on a completely different game, which we were probably going to switch to. Excuse me, we're probably going to switch to now. Now that we finally have that all done and good to go. Yeah, I definitely wanted to get that in before the deadline actually hit, which 30 minutes out. Not too bad. Not too bad. To be fair, I did get it submitted last Thursday. But there were a few bugs that I saw and that I found, and I needed to fix those bugs. So those mostly just been bug fixing tonight and then getting it submitted to the Game Jam. Yeah, hopefully it'll all go well. Fingers crossed anyway. Let's see. Dr. Love says, is this one janitor? Wait. Is this one janitor AI concept? I mean, I guess you could kind of be like a janitor of the dungeon. You're in there getting all the garbage out of there. But yeah. No, I'm not there anymore. Wait, what did you say, unknown artist? Let's see. Guess what? Hang on. No, I'm not there anymore. Now, guess what? I'm gonna guess. I have no idea. What? Oh my goodness!
Unknown artists just turned their way into the credits of Tomb of Vasilius.
That is insane. 10,000 channel points. That is crazy. Well, congratulations. That is absolutely fantastic. That is a lot of saving up. So, fantastic stuff. Ooh, now we got to stretch. Yeah, unknown artist. That is absolutely insane. Let's come over here. Let's get you written down. Channel point, credit names. Okay, dismiss. That was weird. All right, here we go. And I will say this, as I say to everybody that as I'm putting the names in, if you are wanting me to put this in as a different name, so if you don't want it to be unknown artist, if you want it to be anything else, let me know and I can change the name. If you want to change, capitalizations, whatever it is, but yeah, let me know and I can put in whatever name you would like. But for the most part, I'll just do username, and then if I get reached out to, then I'll do something else. So yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. I know that was weeks of saving, so very nice stuff indeed. Aiming for 50k, currently 46.7 and counting. Crap, Loki. That's a lot of points. That is way too many points, Loki. I'm worried about what you're gonna do with these points one of these days. The power. It's a lot of power.
Thanks for the follow, Dr_Love.
Dr. Love, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, unknown artist, you are free of your curse. Free of the curse. All right, let's see here. Let us see here. Wait. Thank you. I screenshotted a reel where this dog was getting absolutely pampered. Life goals. True. By the way, love your profile picture. Oh, I didn't even notice that one. Love it. Absolutely love it. Now I feel pitiful. Don't. I've been here since January. That's true. Yeah, Loki has been here basically since the beginning and has been saving most, if not all, of his points. So, off topic. Let's see what we got here. Spicy water. Liquid death. Disgusting. That's all I'm gonna say. Horrible. I don't know what it is with liquid death. I can't do it. My brother is obsessed with it. He is convinced that it is the greatest drink that has ever been created. One of the ingredients is ghost pepper flavor. Ooh, okay. That is even worse. That is horrible. Ugh. Where's the freaking puke? Loki. Does it wake you up though because it's so hot? But yeah, like my brother, he has tried like 10 different flavors on. And every time I'm like, nope. And he's like, okay, but what about this one? What about this? And I'm just like, no, I would just rather have the real thing. Okay, to be fair, if you wanted to go with like a very healthy alternative to a soda, sure. But I don't know. He was like, oh, you should try this root beer one. And it tasted like if you got root beer out of a machine that had been out of root beer flavoring for like a week. Not good. Not good. Hence why I say spicy water. I mean, I guess that's fair. That is fair, Loki. I guess for me it was more of like the sparkling part I thought you were meaning was the spicy. But I guess I also didn't question what Deathberry Inferno would have meant. Sounds very hot. Very hot. But it's just flavored sparkling water? Yeah, basically, yeah. So if you've ever had like LaCroix, that is another one. That, it's one of those that is just like, it's sparkling water with like a little bit of flavor. Root beer Death was okay. Yeah, I don't know. I can't do it. To be fair, I'm not a huge fan of sparkling water anyway. What now? It's it is a horrible drink. I would not recommend it. How do you even spell that thing? It's like LaCroix. Yeah, there we go. LaCroix. Ugh. Terrible stuff. Yeah, so if you've ever seen LaCroix, y'all Americans are weird. I know. We are nuts. Yeah, no. So LaCroix is a sparkling flavored water, and cannot do it. Anyway, well, Loki, I'm glad you're enjoying your drink. Glad you're liking it. Pellegrino? I don't know what that is. 10 mana. Oh yeah. Unknown artist, you're rich. Let's see, we are. LaCroix is if someone yelled the flavors at water. Yes. Even more so than Liquid Death, I will say. No LaCroix allowed on the moon base, it seems. None at all. If you want to drink it outside. We do not allow that inside moon base. Wait, I feel like I missed a stretch. Jonas, 5 minutes ago, you redeemed a stretch. Everybody ready for a good stretch? Oh, I am ready for a good stretch. Here we go. And the other way. Oh, man. Whew. And backwards. Oh, man. Whew. That felt good. Thank you, Jonas. Even though I forgot for 5 minutes. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, dang, I forgot about the stretch. I did too, honestly. And I was like, what am I missing? What am I forgetting here? Good times. I'm gonna get some ice cream while ads play. That is fair. Yeah. Get that ice cream. And bring me some too. Okay. Let's get back to this. So yeah, so that is good to go. We cannot do anything more of that. I don't know why I said let's get back to this, because we can't get back to that. Everything's submitted. Everything's good to go. Yeah, all right, let's see if we can focus. Let's see if we can do some stuff on Tomb of Versilius. And yeah. So let's give that a shot. All right, let's go over here to downloads. Do Tomb of Versilius. Here we go. Oh, actually, let me pull up this. Copy that. Come into here. Bear with me for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Paste that. Yes, replace the files. Just want to make sure that I have a backup of my backups, because you never know. You never know what's going to happen, and I got to make sure that everything is backed up and good to go. Okay, that is backed up. Good to go. Downloads. Tomb of Versilius. Here we go. Primary project. Let's get in here and let's take a look. Did you bring enough for the class? All 21 of us? Sorry, YouTube. Oh, YouTube can't have it. YouTube has their paste, and that's all YouTube needs, right? All you need. So. Oh wait, Jesse says I like Liquid Death, regular water, but not the sparkling water. I didn't even know you could get it with just regular water. Huh. Well, fair enough. And then also local high scores are more fun, in my opinion. Jesse, I am so sorry. I don't know. Jesse, you now know what it feels like to be Loki, where I'm not intentionally ignoring your messages. I just, for some reason, am missing them, and I don't know why. So I apologize. I apologize for that, Jesse. Good question. YouTube has 9 of them. So he claims. No, Loki, I swear I do not intentionally ignore your messages. Sometimes it may seem like that, but I swear it's not that. Not that. All right, let me do that. Whoa. I forgot how crazy these windows are going to look now that, okay. All right, let's resize these things. Bear with me 2 seconds. Oh, that's right. That is right. Okay, crap. All right, bear with me. And we get side to there. That should be fine. And then a little bit of Yeah. Down 1, 2, 3. And close enough. And then same thing here with this guy. Let's Oh, that's right. You have to do something. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Good enough. Get the job done. Okay, there we go. Back in Tomb of Versilius. Let's see. I'm a middle child. I'm used to this. Well, I don't want you to ever feel like you are being ignored, Jesse. So, I will try not to ever do that again. You have my word. Although, to be fair, I promised Loki the same thing, and I still somehow just forget his messages sometimes. And it's not good. It's not good. Subconsciously, he feels the need to ignore you. I can see that. Their tea is good, too. All right, maybe there is a good liquid death drink that I just am not aware of yet. I didn't even know they made teas either. There was like a whole stream where it was I didn't exist. Yeah. I think I accidentally ignored like 4 of your messages. It was not good. Back with ice cream. Welcome back. Hopefully you brought everything for everybody. We're gonna eat like a whole tub. 5 pounds. 5 pounds of ice cream. Now, did you get some for all of us? No. Yes. Confiscate it. I can't confiscate, seriously, when I'm so tired. Sorry, I gotta confiscate it now. It's okay, Loki. We'll make a support group. Have you been ignored by Moon Man? Has Moon Man not listened to what you have to say? Call now, and you can receive a free copy of our brochure on how to make Moon Man listen to you. That was the bug. That's what it was. Now I'm remembering where we stopped off. So if you come over here to quests, everything's fine. It gets rid of the map. You come back over here to map, and if you like move around a little bit and everything's great, everything's fine, everything's hunky-dory. Go.
Thanks for the follow, Sfray1.
Thank you so much for the follow, Sfray1. I appreciate that. Yeah. Well, welcome. Glad you're here. Yeah. Welcome. We're gonna see if we can switch gears. I don't know if my brain is going to allow me to switch gears this late. Not gonna lie. Sfray1, do you have some ice cream for us? Someone's got to have it. It's got to be somewhere. And then if you go back and forth, everything's fine, everything's great, everything's hunky-dory. But if we're in quest and we move up one, as you can see, it reveals that room not good. I think probably what's going to be the best course of action, actually, this should be pretty easy, I think. Don't have ice cream, but like the vibe. All right, that's fair. I guess you can stay if you're liking the vibe. Well, welcome. Glad you're here. Yeah, maybe one of these days we'll get someone else to share some ice cream with the entire class. I have a gun. You can't get my ice cream. That is fair. I've seen it. I have a knife. I feel like it's not going to go well for you, Jonas. Anyway, so then it starts revealing the rooms behind that, which is not what we want to have happen. I think what we need to do is when you are moving around the tomb, that moves the player's icon. Update minimap icons. Then right here, add new room info, reveal next minimap room. Yes, here we go. I believe these two here. We just need to add these to their own conditional branch. So we're going to say conditional branch. If the switch... What switch would that be? Show quest menu. Yes, show quest menu. The show quest menu is off. Then we actually do those things. Okay. I think that should be all we need to do. We can move up here and it'll reveal that room. Great. Go to quests, come over here. Still reveals that room. That's not... Okay. That's... Show quest menu is off. Huh. By the way, my knife is 1 mile long. A bit unwieldy, but it works. As long as you can make it work, that's what matters. Was there somewhere else? So show quest menu is off. Then it actually shows. Well, I mean, I wasn't necessarily ignoring Unknown Artist. It was more, I'm letting you two talk this out. I'm not going to get involved. Whatever it is that's happening, I'm not getting involved. Oh, let's see. Show room. exploring. Showing the monsters. It's all the enemy data. Showing the dice. Huh. Okay. Okay, but I got a nuclear bomb that's 10 miles long. Someone's gonna die in this, I swear. So... moving the player icon. Is it this one here? Moving the player icon. Movement direction. No, it's none of those. I guess what we could do is we could then say conditional branch if switch show quest menu is on. Let's do an else handler. Then basically what we need to do. So if you are on, we're going to say move the image 0% opacity. But if you're off, then show it at 255% opacity. Okay. So if we come in here and we go to the switches, show quest menu. Should be on. Quest menu is on. Okay. If we move, so it's not showing the player anymore now, but it's still showing the rooms and everything else. So, add new room info. Okay. So if show quests menu is off. You fill the nuke with ice cream so that it rains ice cream. Just one bowl of ice cream. But I want ice cream. That's fair. I think all of us here do want ice cream. I will say. So why is this not doing the thing that I want it to do? You know? It's actually showing, and this is if show quest menu is off, then show that. Okay. There shouldn't be anything else showing the image, right? That's actor names. Show room and POV view. Monster, mini boss. Time for me to go cry in a corner. No, Jonas. But I want ice cream. Get mocked. So sad. So sad. We need the ice cream. Okay. I have no idea where it's showing this image now. That's just the dice. D6s. Execute room traps. Show chest. Okay, but none of these should be showing any of that, right? Got RTG spawn. Room traps. Act up. Update minimap icons. Oh. Reveal next room. Whoa. Jonas. Hold up now. Hold up now. I mean, everybody loves ice cream, but hold up now. Sheesh. That's a lot. That's a lot. Is that setting a whole bunch of variables? This is not actually showing any images until we get here. So I believe in here we then need to say conditional branch. I want my ice cream, man. I get it, Jonas. I get it. I get it. Maybe we don't start taking other people's balls. Just saying. Maybe we leave that on the counter, off the counter. We leave it over there, and we don't talk. We don't say that we're gonna do that. I mean, I like ice cream as much as the next person, but whew, leave the balls on the counter. No, it's not what I was meaning. No. Nobody leave your balls on the counter. Not what I was meaning. What I was meaning was we take that whole potential scenario off the table. Yeah, that's what I was meaning there. Okay, if show quest menu is off, this is where we actually want to show the image. Is that going to fix it? Maybe. Freak's wrong with you. We don't know why. We don't question why. Go to quests. Hey, there we go. It's not showing anymore. Yeah. Whew. Okay. Bug averted. That felt personal. I mean, you were talking about taking his ball, so. I mean, it's Well, you said you would steal my balls. Yeah, fair. That's true. All right, I think we can all agree. Some things were said. We can all be mature here and not take anybody else's ball. Bruce. And you were talking about nuking. Bruce. Bruce. All right, there we go. Whew. Crisis averted. No nukes. No taking of other people's balls. I think we've all learned a lot here today. And if we come over here to the map, we should be able to see the map. And if we move back and forth, hey, look at that, we found a chest. If we open the chest, that's right, I forgot we haven't updated the chests yet, so that's good. That's good. All right, so let's just move around this thing and yada, 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 yada. Hey, stick. Come over here. We've explored the rooms. For you, we've worked on that bug. That bug is good to go. Good to go. Now we'll sneak over to you behind your back and still steal some ice cream. Oh, Jonas. Let's not be uncivil here. Let's see. Assassin Kapka says, are there chest noises? Also, hi, it's my first time here. Well, welcome. Glad you're here. As far as chest noises, there will be chest noises eventually. We don't actually have any sound design in the game yet. I'm kind of saving that for later. Yeah, once we get more of the game finished, we will be adding the noises for things like that. Yeah, so as of right now, yeah, we've got no music in the game, no sound effects, none of that, unfortunately. But we are working on some fun stuff. So, yeah, we did have a bug where when we were switching back and forth between showing the map to then showing the quest log, it was having some issues there. But it's working now. We should be good to go. Oh, balls. I just realized I did not fix something. Oh, it's way too late. We're not going to be able to get that uploaded in time. Jonas, let's not scare anyone away, all right? Let's not scare people away. I'd like to apologize on Jonas's behalf. He's a little crazy. Just saying. Okay, let me pull this up here really quick. Where was it? Just get started version 1.1. So I forgot that I have a image loading script here, and I forgot to add one of the new images to that script. Let's see, was it game over? High scores. Yes, because it showed that one, but not that one. Got end, but you didn't have end 2. Okay, so high scores, end. Let's see, where would we be here? Main menu, main menu, items, high scores. High scores end 2. Okay, there we go. I completely forgot to add those so they don't have weird, glitchy loading things. Again, we're not going to be able to package it up and get it resubmitted. But, yeah. Should be fine. Yes. Why not? Crazy? I was crazy once. I love it, Assassin. No. Let's see. Oh boy, what do we got here? Here's your stock image of ice cream. Thank you. Use my 6 a.m. mind. I should go to bed. You probably should, Jonas. You probably should go to bed. Again, civility. Night. Hit your head with a pan and to help you sleep. Oh, man. Let's see. Legendary Cerberus. Welcome. Glad you're here. That is a lot of stuff inside one event. That was a lot of stuff inside one event. Yeah, that was my image loading event to load things into RAM. So much fun. Super fun. Hit your head more. How are you still awake? All right. Okay. All right. So, yes, we fixed that bug. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Yeah. Trying to remember what else we were working on that wouldn't be like some huge thing that we need to then work on. So here's the thing. Like, the item system's working now, so that's good. I'm trying to remember if there was a bug in here. Was there a bug on the item system? I like how I can't help but create some kind of life form looking thing every time I arrange the items. I do it every time, every single time. Oh, that's what we were trying to do. We were trying to get it to where if you were on the dice screen and you tried to pick up an item, I would not be able to focus on that in my brain. My brain right now would not be able to focus on that at all. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Let's see. What else did we have? I swear there was another bug that we had run into not last stream, because last stream was the, plunge in the dungeon stuff. I do not remember for the life of me. Actually, now that you mentioned that, Legendary Cerberus, I'm now realizing that event that had all those images, not even close to being the craziest things. Like, that was a very tame event. Like, if you want to see crazy, we could look at the dice move event here in Tomb of Versilius, and we'll look at the set down event. This is everything with just putting down a dice. It's a lot of stuff. Too much, honestly. Too much stuff. Jonas over on YouTube says, "Ha! Unknown can't get me here." I mean, that's true. You are safe from unknown over on YouTube. I have an airplane. Congratulations. And it's time for me to work towards sleep. That is fair. You should definitely go get some sleep. Absolutely. That's nesting galore. It kind of is. It kind of is nesting galore. Well, there's just so many if statements that are going on here. Because basically from here down to here, this is all just one die to actually be able to set it down and make sure that all the conditions are met. It's a lot. Just before 10 here. Lucky. It's just before 11 here. And I honestly don't know if we're going to get much Tomb of Versilius work done. Like, my brain is just still so much in, plunge into the dungeon mode. It's just so much like, is everything good to go? I mean, not that it matters anyway. There's 1 minute left. 59 seconds. I really hope that nothing terrible happens. 'Cause, 1 hour ahead of me. Yeah. I will be very sad. I mean, not that, it took very long to make this game. Honestly, it was a pretty short game. But I still will be a little sad if the game jam ends, I can't do anything more to it, I can't update it, I can't adjust it, and then something really game-breaking happened that I never came across. I'm gonna be sad. Rework the game right quick now. No, we gotta rework it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game jam has officially ended. as of negative 4 seconds ago. Hang on. No, we can't hang on. It's over. It's gone. Hold up. What? Oh, submissions close in 6 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 43 seconds. You can now rate entries from the submissions page. Oh my gosh. There's almost 1,100 entries in here. Holy smokes. Wow. That is so many games. Holy crap. All right, everybody. We are up against a lot. This is like 4 times the amount. This is like 5 times the amount of the RPG Maker Game Jam. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot in here. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I mean, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Ugh. It's making me nervous. Could you explain the message below this message, please? Gasps loudly. Wait. Gasps loudly. Check my message below this, please, Moon Sir. Okay, wait. Gasps loudly. How did that happen? And then you want me to explain, is there no way to divide the event into multiple functions? I have no idea how RPG Maker works. Oh, is that what you're wanting to know? If it's possible to divide it into multiple functions. Could you explain the message below this message, please? Yes. Okay. Yes. So there is, but there isn't. So the way the RPG Maker works, right? So the way to get anything to work on the page, on the screen that you're on, is to have an event, right? And usually with RPG Maker, with events, so let me actually do this really quick, just because it'd be a lot easier to show on a regular project. So yeah, so basically the way that it'll work, and for the most part, if you have, a map, let's just say, for example, we're just gonna switch this over to outside, and we're just gonna, I don't know, whoop. And let's say, for example, you got an event right here. The way that it would usually work is you would have your event, and it would just be some kind of person. So we'll put a little kid here, and this person will do things. They'll say messages. They'll change the flow of the game. They'll do whatever they can and cannot do. Ashen King says submissions have closed. That is true. They are closed. They are gone. And there are so many games in here. Holy smokes. So many in here. Yeah. Were you working on a game as well? Because we got our last updated version of our game in just under the wire. Good luck to anyone who joined. Yes, absolutely. Good luck to everybody. Because yeah, there are some really. I mean, I just barely started scrolling through. Yeah, I made one. Ooh, I would absolutely love to go check yours out if you wanna post about it. Are you experienced? This is my second game jam ever. But as far as like making games, relatively, kind of, a little bit, kind of. But I don't know. If you're interested, this one's mine. Just plunge into the dungeon. Yeah, it's hopefully should be a good time. It's a very simple arcade style kind of game. Nothing too crazy. You're just going around collecting things. Yeah. There we go. So, yeah, nothing that crazy. But, yeah, looks cool. I'll check it out. Thank you. I appreciate that. But, yeah, if you want to drop the name of yours, I will take a look at it. So I would absolutely love to see what you got. Yeah, so super excited. It's, again, it's only my second game jam ever. And, yeah, so should be fun. The first game jam that I submitted had about 240-ish final submissions. So the fact that there's like, what was it, like 1,100 or something like that here, it's a lot. There's a lot of submissions. Anyway, so to finish answering your question though, Jonas, Yes. So while I could technically separate it out, it works better in terms of these kinds of events, right? Because like you would have an event on the screen that would be doing their thing, and then you have another event over here that was doing their own thing. Like there'd be a dog here that you could talk to, and he'd say, you know, he'd be like woof, and that'd be that, right? That would be that. But in terms of Tomb of Versilius, there's a lot crazier stuff going on, and so as soon as I start dividing out the events and having them do separate things at separate times, it does tend to cause some issues, because there are some things in these events that are relying on other things to do things first. Let's say, for example, like if I were to separate out this entire event, these are all working in tandem, because it's basically saying, hey, is the mouse in these coordinates, do this thing. If not, if it's in these coordinates, do this thing. If not, if it's in these coordinates, do this thing. If not, so on and so forth, etc., etc. And so if I were to, like, you know, split it here, and I would have two different events then checking the X and Y of the mouse, and it could just create weird issues. So yeah, it is possible I could separate them out a little bit. But for the most part, for things that are doing like very specific things, I do try to keep them in the same event, just so that I know, you know, what they're up to. So, because I could have, you know, separate events for, you know, oh, well, if you pick up this dice here, that's, you know, one event. This dice over here is another event. So I could, what? Okay, that's just broken. That's not good. That's really not good. Let's go take a look and see why that is broken. Lizard Like says, yo, I actually managed to submit on time. Got an ad. What? That's crazy. Congratulations. Would you like to share what game it is that you submitted? That's absolutely fantastic. Are you the Jonas on YouTube? That is. Let's see. Ashen Wufuging says, just getting started by Dragon King Studio. Ooh, let's go take a look. Actually, what is going to be the best way to search for it on? I know that I can't search for it here, but probably what I could do... Actually, let's do this. Let's pull a little bit of dish up. What? Can't find you. Search is on the left. Oh, hey, look at that. Just getting started. Dragon King Studio. Wait. Am I missing something? Uh-oh. I do not see it. Oh no. No. That isn't good. That is really not good. I would say, here's what you can do. Because you technically submitted this to the jam, right? Like it's on here. So what you can do, and I think this should be fine. You could probably even send a message to him and just be like, hey, you know, had an issue. Like, I promise I didn't work on it afterwards. Yeah, here's what you can do, honestly. Because if you have this page submitted, everything should be good to go here. So really, it's the page that you're submitting, not necessarily the program that's on the page. So here's what you should do. Go to your game, go to your page. What you should see up here at the top is you should see a little button called Published. And then all you'll want to do is just click on Published. Check and see, first and foremost, check and see and make sure that where are the files? I probably keep scrolling past them. Yes, check and see what file is on there. Thanks for checking that. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, so check and see if you have the file on here that maybe you just like, I don't know, didn't publish or something like that. If it is, then you're 100% you should be good to go. Because all you'll do is then just mark that as being the one that you can use and whatnot. If not, though, I think you should still probably be fine to upload a file. Oh, never mind. Uploads are temporarily disabled because voting in Shovel Jam 2025 is in progress. Well, I'm gonna cross my fingers for you that you have it on here. I mean, I guess that makes sense. They would lock it down, but I guess I was hopeful that they wouldn't. Well, then, fingers crossed. I really hope that you have the file here. If not, you might be able to reach out on Discord. I know that he's got a Discord. You might be able to reach out and just be like, hey, this is my page. Like, it didn't, like, the file didn't upload or something like that. See if he'll be okay with that. But that is rough. I am so sorry. Yeah, I've got my fingers crossed for you, though. I've fingers crossed that it's on here and maybe it's just, like, not available or something. I hope. Yeah, well, if you can get it turned around, if not, you could also even just, like, create a different page. Because here's the thing. Game jams, absolutely fantastic to join, absolutely fantastic to, like, have a finished project. It's great. But the fact that you create something is the most important part. So, even if worst case scenario, you weren't able to actually get it on here, something went wrong during the upload process, you know, whatever it may be, the most important thing is eventually getting your game up. So even if it's just after after all the judging is all done and it's all said and done and everything's passed, at the end of the day, if you need to come back and re-upload it after the game jam, then, it's having something that you've actually created being out there is going to be way more beneficial in the long run. So I'm just saying that, like, even if something went wrong, the upload bugged out, whatever it may be, and you're not able to get into the game jam, just getting the finished product on here eventually is going to be way better than actually getting it on. Yeah. Let me know what happens. I really hope that it all works out in one way or another. Whichever way it's going to go. Yeah, I'll be following you, so I can see, when you get other stuff uploaded. I would absolutely love to see what you got. Let's see. Let us see. Let's see. Lizard Like says it's called Nolocus, something like that. Let's take a look here. Oh! No submissions to match your filter. Fresh. There we go. No Locus from Lizard Like. I reset the puzzle to solve it. Alright, here we go. Ooh, I absolutely love that animated logo, banner. That's what it's called. Banner up there. Alright, run the game. What do we got? Solve the puzzles by resetting them. Just get started again and again and again and again and again. Love it. Love it. Controls, pause is to move, space, reset all objects, R, restart level, Q and E, scroll through levels, P/tab/escape, pause, code art animation, music, sound design, and level design by me. Ooh, we got some music, eh? All right, here we go. We're going to give this a pause. Now let's get that turned up. And actually, ooh! That is clean. I like that. There's the music. All right, can you hear it? Well, now you can't. Now you should be able to. I love that menu. That is super cool. Very nice. Not even Moonwood can save you now. Jonas, he will ignore you as you scream for help. Maybe. You'll never escape. Poor Jonas. Jonas, you're tired, aren't you? Poor Jonas. Poor Jonas. I ran away, I think. Oh, man. You too. You guys are cracking me up. Let's see what do we got here. Unknown, let's see, Unknown can't make you here. Jesse says, I'd say call it an early stream and catch up on rest personally. It's okay to sometimes have smaller streams if you're tired. That is fair, yeah. I think probably after this, we will probably call it there on the stream. We can settle this tomorrow, 5:30 Pacific time. Work. Alright, here we go. Full screen recommended. I think if I do full screen, yeah, it's gonna look a little bit weird on the stream. I'm gonna see. Let's see. What can we? Oh, that. Whoops! That broke it. All right, run game. Here we go. Yeah, it's. We'll see what happens. If it ends up not looking great, then we'll get that changed. So yeah. So it was. So WAS space to reset objects. R to reset level. Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh my gosh. I love all of the like the dust, like the footstep particles that are going on. Oh, that's awesome. I know it's like resetting it, but yeah, this is, oh my gosh. This just looks beautiful. I love the vibe. Space will reset all objects. Okay, so if I come over here. Oh, okay. All right, I get it now. Don't get crushed. Let's see. What do we got here? Put you down there. Oh, okay. You over there. All right. Up there. So I can't go through. Reset. Yeah. Objects in the blue zone don't get reset. Ooh. Oh, okay. So that's locked. So those don't get reset. Oh, okay. Wait. Bye. There we go. I will say this though, I am also absolutely horrible at puzzle games, so you know, if yeah, I'm just bad at them. Q to go back. Oh, skip a level. Okay, all right. I gotcha. Dang good game art. I know, 100%. This game design is so good. Yeah, freaking. This is so good. Oh, there's the not getting crushed part. Okay. What if we go here? There. You. There. Aha! There we go. Remember it. Oh no. I'm not gonna remember it. Okay, so I think if we do there to there. Nope, that's not gonna do it. You over to there. And you to there. You to there, you to there. Aha! Oh! I'm liking it. This is so good. Good to know where you get Mario 64 Co-op DX. Also I've forgotten an important detail, 5:30 a.m. Pacific time. Just in case you thought PM. Hello everyone. Nick, welcome. Glad you are here. We're checking out Lizard Like's game for the Inbound Shovel Game Jam. And yeah, it is absolutely fantastic stuff. Okay, so if we go there. Oh man, this is gonna wreck me. Okay. Yeah, vote one. Okay, so all right, let's see here. Go there to there, reset you. You go there, reset you. Oh crap. Nope. You go there. Reset. You. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is gonna get out of hand fast. Oh crap. Oof, okay. Alright, so we push you out of the way. I think level 17 is killing me. Crap. I think I ruined it. Yeah, I ruined it. Alright. Wait, you're on level 17 already? Oh my gosh. Oh, crap. I am so bad at puzzle games. Okay. Let me put you there. Reset. You there. Reset. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I'm so bad at these games. Okay. Changed my mind. This is horrible. I'm kidding. This is amazing. No, yeah, it is absolutely fantastic. Oh man. Okay. I cannot get this thing. This is freaking screwing with my brain. Because if we go there, I need to put you there. You guys there. Reset. I feel like I'm just getting back into the exact spot I was. You guys there. Yeah, this is not. This is what's gonna kill me. Balls. That level. I did something on that level. I know, and I'm like trying to think about. All right, if anyone has any potential solutions, I may need them. I may need them. We go up. I just don't know how I'm gonna get these other three on the bottom out of the way. You are on the right track. Okay. Super close. I know, but I'm okay. All right. I need to get at least one of these on the bottom out. Hey, there we go. Hey, you. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I don't want to get skewered. Oh. Run. Oh, okay, I see now. And I like that. Ooh, crap. Okay, so I gotta reset it while it's still in that space.
Chemistine just redeemed.
Oh my gosh. Oh crap. Oh my gosh. This is like a whole. Are they gonna come back? Oh! Oh my gosh. I don't like those things. So quiet. Ooh, what is happening? I didn't like that. Pressure enemies. Can't reset organic matter. Fair. But I can reset my own organic matter. Because if I put you over here, I push you. Aha! Then we go whoop-bam! All right, all right. Oh, that's right. We got ourselves a stretch. All right, everyone, ready for a good stretch? Oh my gosh. There we go. And the other way. Oh, and backwards. Oh, man. Whew. Thank you for that stretch. I definitely need that between puzzles, because whoa. Okay, so I need to get you out of the way first. Then we come over here, push you down. We go a little bit of a wha-bam! And then we get you over there. Push you over there. This is so satisfying. So very satisfying. I feel like I need to unpublish my own game. Now that I see how this is going, I'm like, okay, yep, I need to oh crap. Okay. It's all locked though. Whoops. I did not mean to hit R. I meant to hit spacebar. How's the Steam page going? It's coming along. It's coming along. It's gonna get up there eventually. It's gonna happen. I swear it's gonna happen. Please, I need helpness. It compressed game data. Wait, what? Wait. What? Please, I need help. Is it compressed game data? Oh, hey. Hey, how's it going? Yo, thanks for the follow, Jonas. Wait, for posting my game in RPG Maker, is it compressed files? Like compressed files? Are you talking about when you're doing deployment? Is that what you're talking about with deployment? Is it compressed game data? You got the encryption. Yeah, do I don't get that option XP. Oh, in XP. I gotcha. All right, let's pull this up really quick. XP Maker XP. Trying to remember the export process for XP. Have oh, look at that. Yes, we do. Yeah, compressed game data. That's what it is. Yes, that is the option in XP is compress game data. Yeah. So that's basically how you would have it get be ready to publish is compress game data. And then you could do create encrypted archive if you would like. You don't have to because there's plenty of ways for people to decrypt your game files, so you don't have to. But yeah. So it's just compressed game data. Something with RPG Maker XP you do have to worry about though. I believe, I mean, it may not be an issue now. They may have updated this, but you do probably need to make sure that you have all of your RTP data in the save file. Otherwise, you're going to have all sorts of issues. I had all sorts of issues when I was younger and making games. Not fun. Let's see. Lizard-like says you can pause the game by pressing P, by the way. Okay, all right. I like that. I like it. Very nice. It's also super satisfying hearing the pause sound. This feels super polished. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this feels really good. Okay. So if we do you, then reset you. No. Ha. Yeah. That's one. Let's see. You got that quickly. It took me so long to understand what you just did. I don't know. Some of the things make sense. Other things, not so much. not so much. Ah, crap. Oh, wait. We can just move those out of the way. I move up here. Move over. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yo. Gotta go around the door. Fantastic. Oh, dear. Reset. Get him. Yeah. Those things terrify me. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Oh, okay, I see now. Okay, so I gotta get this one out of the way. Push these guys down. Gotta push him into the way. Then to do my dirty work. And up there to you. Down to there. Whoa-bam! Okay, now... Push you out of the way, so there's one less. Crap. Yeah, if I reset it there, it's just gonna kill me. I finally got the level you're on right now. Ooh, no! Posted my game in off-topic of Discord. I hope the file works. Ooh, I'll take a look. What in the magic did you just do? I'll never share my secrets. My secrets shall not be shared. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Okay, I think I know what I have to do. You go past. Now I push you over to here. You... Well... Did I ruin it? I think I might have ruined it. Crap. Yeah, I think I broke it. Okay, here we go. So here's what we're gonna do. We push all of this down. Nope, no. Nope, that's my bad. All right, so we push this one over. All of you down. Wait, what did I do last time? What did I do? I got you out of the way. Oh, that's right. I was pushing too many over. Okay, yes. Yes. Okay. I'll push you to there. Now, I believe what I need to do... Push you up. Push you down. Well, bam. Now, I need to get you out of the way. Push you over there. And then I need to go get over here and get this block. Up here. Push this guy down. Move you over here. Ooh. Okay, so you're locked in place. So now if I reset... Maybe? Oh, I think I put the wrong one in there. Dang it! Alright, everything's fine. Everything's gonna be alright. So I need to get this block, the one that I'm touching right now. So this, oh, you can't see the mouse. The one that I'm touching right now, I need to get that. Got it before you? No! Dang, my game is only 1.09 megabytes. So unknown artist, that probably means that the RTP didn't copy over. So basically what you're going to want to make sure you do is go back into your game project file. So if I pull this up and we go to wherever the freak those games are saved. RPG Maker XP, Project 1. Yes, there we go. Yeah, so basically you'll just pull this up and you'll go to, you're going to want to go to graphics and you're going to want to go into audio as well. And basically you just want to copy both of these folders. So they are going to be a bit larger. So whatever audio and graphics you have in your game, you do want to make sure that you have that pulled up and like in your project folder. Is it a virus? Wait, no. You can't be spoiling things. Okay, so then we need to move this one over to here. There we go. Okay, so now you're locked in place. Now if we come over here, you over there. I'm doing it. Doing it. I hope I'm doing it. I'm gonna try to do it. Ugh, ads. Blasted ads. No, I was kidding. Oh, you were kidding. Okay. That makes more sense. There we go. Fantastic. Oh my gosh. The fact that it took me that long. Oh, geez. 20 out of 20. Ooh. No. I don't like that. Oh my gosh. Bravo. That was beautiful. I love it. Absolutely fantastic. That is beautiful. Press K, hold K for a little surprise. Oh. All right, that's a good surprise. That is a great surprise. That is, I love that. I love that. Definitely following. Holy smokes. Very well done. Very well done. I love it. That image now is much more haunting now that I realize. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Absolutely love it. Yeah, very well done. Very well done, Lizard-like. Let's see. Unknown Artist says, okay, I copied the audio and graphics files. What do I do with them now? Like, where do I copy them to? So basically what you'll need to do is, so when you export when you compress the project, for VX or for XP, it should create a folder. So if I pull it up over here, wait, did you post it to Discord already? Media? Ooh. I have missed a lot in here too. Gosh. Just make stuff. Yeah. Gosh. Those are horrible. Where's the puke? Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I copied the audio. Yeah, so basically anyway, so when you compress in XP, it will create a new folder. That's the folder that you would have, copied somewhere that you would have been sharing. And then in that folder there should be, well, there may not be actually a folder called images or audio. So basically what you need to do is over in, so if we pull this up over into documents, RPG Maker XP. Yeah, so basically when you pull this up, it'll need to look almost exactly like this is here. This is the unexported project. You're going to want to make sure you have a folder structure of audio, data, graphics, all that stuff. Probably what's missing is the audio and the graphics. I don't know why those get missed, but they do. So yeah, so you're going to want to make sure that you have the audio and the graphics inside of the folder here. So that way, if someone tries to open up the game project, it actually has the thing. Oh my gosh, I have not heard this song in so long. Oh, RPG Maker XP, I love you so much. So many freaking hours in this engine. Oh, so many memories. Anyway, yes. Let's see. Yes, it's an off topic. Okay. All right. So let's come over here then. Go to off topic. Oh, it's this one. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, oh, so this is just the executable. Wait, does it only export the executable? Now I'm trying to remember how it actually does. So yeah, so if we launch. Open project 1. Press. Interesting. Interesting. I didn't remember it. I did not remember any of this. Then it just extracts it. Project 1. Then because I have the RTP, it works just fine. Yeah, I do not remember how to package XP games. Yeah, the RTP standard not found, how to play on other PCs. Yeah, honestly, I remember having that issue a ton when I was like, first trying to create all of the different I made so many games in XP. And I do remember it having so many problems with the RTP not working. And I do not remember how to get around that. Yeah, I would say check out that link that Jonas posted. I'm sure that some people have figured out better ways to go about it. I'm sure that my understanding and remembrance of how to actually do it probably is not going to be the best. Yeah, you had to extract the exe. Can't post folders on Discord. It says you don't recognize file type. It says check a check mark or something. So wait, so if you... That would be really weird if that's the way they do it. So let's do open project 1. Project 1.0. Oh. If we do press game data, create encrypted archive. Is that actually what it's going to be? That would be crazy if it was. Okay, so downloads, documents, XP, get rid of you. We do that. Now it's 1.303 kilobytes. Okay. We extract you. It still doesn't have anything that you would need. It's just the exe. Yeah, but this is hard to know if it's actually going to work. Yeah, I am not sure on that. Well, try the encrypted data, see if that changes it at all. See if that makes it better. Does this work? It is slightly larger. Let's take a look. Let's see. Potentially dangerous download. Continue. GameJam.exe isn't commonly downloaded. Make sure you trust the Game Jam before you open it. Yes, I do. At least I hope so. I hope I do. Let's see here. That happens if you don't include the RTP in the installer when you prepare the distribution. There's a checkbox on the archive menu. In that case, the other players has to download the RTP from the site. Install it before playing. Eduardo says, holy moly, it's Morningwood Games. Hello there. Greetings from Brazil. Greetings. Glad you're here. Hello, Forg. What is the plan for today? Well, you're actually catching us at the very end of the stream, actually. So, yeah, earlier we were working on doing some great stuff, getting the, oh, that is an unconfirmed download. I would like to keep it, please. Freaking keep anyway. Oh, Windows, you're always trying so hard. Security scan required. Oh man. It is really freaking out about that file. I love it. Anyway, yeah, so yes, that's only going to work for me because I have the RTP installed. I do not remember, unfortunately, how to actually package through XP. Yeah, there's definitely going to be some better resources online to try and find. I wish I could remember. Yeah, for me, it was always, I just included the RTP with the game, but not exactly the best way to go about it. Let's see. Yeah, still not working. Let's see. Yo, have you read the Bible? If so, what do you think? Not yet. I had a religious event yesterday, and I've been busy so far. Yeah, Minotaur slain. Take that. Yeah, let's vote. Let's do some voting. Let's get into some purchasing. Check off topic. I will look it up for Linux. This might be the problem. Oh, that maybe that could be. Vote one. Vote one. Get those votes in. Make it count. Yeah, come on. We're so close. We're so close. One more vote. Yeah, there we go. Bad. Not bad. Anyway, yes, Eduardo, we were up to some fun stuff. We did spend a little bit more time on the plunge into the dungeon stuff for the Inbound Shovel game jam. So got a couple more bugs worked out, and I'm gonna need to look through some of these comments because yeah, look great. Thank you all for the comments. I appreciate that. Anyway, yeah, so I do think we're probably going to end a little bit early just because, yeah, my brain, I am not going to be able to focus on doing more in Tomb of Vercilius tonight. You know, I mean, we did a little bit, but yeah, I'm that's going to be it for me, unfortunately. Let's see, Moon Man, do check off topic. It looks weird because the first download seems to have more stuff in it. True. So I did download it. Yes. Yeah. So I don't know what it is and isn't including. Yeah, left one is NR1, right one is download 2. I don't know. I mean, they are like marginally different. You know, it's like 1.09 meg. The other's 1.41 meg. So I don't know. I wish I could tell you. I don't know if you want to talk about this in stream, but do you have a religion? Well, won't get super into it. I grew up religious, and then I don't know, kind of just like fell out of the church that I was raised in. So yeah, I do. I feel like if religion helps you be a better person, if it helps you live a better life, then I'm all for it. And it's kind of generally my stance is I have nothing against anyone's religion, really, like in general. And yeah, as long as it makes you a better person and gives you a better outlook on life, then I would say absolutely fantastic. So that's kind of my stance. Make sure you can drink some water. Absolutely. But, and have a stream ending stretch. Actually, I probably should. All right, everybody. I do think, though, that's probably going to be the end of it. It's been an absolutely fantastic time. Do you know what? Oh my goodness! All right, now we definitely have to do a stretch. Do you know what religion you were raised in? Yeah, so I was actually raised LDS, so Latter-day Saint, Mormon, is what I was raised in, and like I was a part of the church until my early 20s. Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of fell out, and I don't know, never really looked back. But I mean, like since I live in Utah, like it's an extremely religious state, so I do have a lot of people around me who are members of all sorts of different churches and things like that. So it's I can't appreciate it for the good that it brings out in people. I will say that. But, I don't know. It's just I I feel like it's not really for, like, organized religion in general. I feel like it's not really for me. I do like to think that there's going to be, an afterlife, that there's something greater than what we have here on this planet. But I also don't really think that, like, anyone could really actually know. So I don't know. But never heard of LDS until today. Yeah, it's I mean, it is definitely like a smaller religion. I think they maybe only have like 7 million-ish members worldwide. So much larger in the United States. And then once you get out of the United States, like, there are LDS churches and things like that, but very, very small comparatively to some other churches. I don't want to annoy you, but as a Christian, we believe that our goal is to bring everyone to God, because the only way to reach heaven is to believe that Jesus died on the cross for our sins. Yeah, and like, again, I don't have any issues with religion at all. I don't know. I just, not really for me, but I, again, like, no judgment. Like, I would say believe what you would like. And again, like, if it makes you a better person, if it makes you happier, if it brings joy to your life, then I would say, yeah, 100%, like, go for it. Absolutely. Like, I know a lot of people that, like, because of religion, they are happier and they are better people. And so I'm like, hey, that's what it takes. Go for it. So I just want to try to bring you to the Father. I do appreciate it. I really do. But I probably not going to get super into organized religion again. It was a big part of my upbringing, and I don't know if that was necessarily a good or a bad thing in one way or another, but I do appreciate that. So thank you. Everyone has different ways and conceptions, and that's more than fine. And that's what I figure is, it's everyone is going to live their life and kind of, experience the things that they will. And yeah. Anyway, so
thanks for the follow.
On that note,
Cyble_Noipi.
Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the stream if you've been here for a while. If not, then I apologize that the stream is ending. But yeah, I appreciate that very much so. And yeah, we're going to do one last stretch as redeemed. And then we're going to get out of here. Here we go. And the other way. Oh. And backwards. Oh. Whew. That was a good stretch. I appreciate that. Christianity is more chill than other religions. The way to reach heaven is just to believe and repent, and you don't even have to go to church. It is a good idea. That's fair. It's fair. And I mean, like, because like LDS, they are considered to be Christians, but they do have like a few extra things that you gotta do. You have to be worthy to go into their temples. They have like a few different other like restrictions. They have like this thing called like the word of wisdom, where it's like, you're not supposed to drink coffee, drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, like tobacco products. Yeah, the LDS church is definitely more restrictive than a lot of other Christian churches and denominations and things like that. So anyway, yeah, as long as you're trying to be a good person, that's I just say 2 thumbs up. Absolutely fantastic. And yeah. Anyway, well, on that note, they're gonna end it there. But I appreciate you all being here. So thank you for being here. And yeah, I will see you all on the Tuesday stream, and I will also see you in the Discord. I'm going to try and be a little bit more active in it. I always say I'm going to. One of these days I am actually going to be. I feel like I do well for like a day or two, and then let's see. Anyway, so cool. Well, I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much. I will, it's going to be another abrupt end of the stream because I don't have my end card again. So yeah. So take care, everybody. Thanks for being here. Jesse, hope you can have some absolutely fantastic rest. And I will see you all on Tuesday. So, till then, take care. Good luck. See you then.